YouTube! I'm Schoko, and today we're watching the entire history of the Vanoss group full documentary by Cluster. I think it's a clown or something like that. Maybe. We'll see. Let's get started. Oh yeah, there you go. Oh yeah.
Yeah, some days I feel unfazed, like when I'm with my friends with a cup raised, and I go right back at it like an automatic. More drinks, more songs, more beats to rap.
This is one of their songs, so the opposite style.
From Citizens Bank back to Camden Yards, it's a tale of two cities, and trust we go hard. Trust we go hard, yes we go hard. You said we go hard, I said we go hard. Rocking my pop cool.
Oh, Vtuber too now. Delirious, for fun.
Yes, I'm choosy and no, I won't settle, but I still take pop off over that kettle, cause I'm talking bigger picture. Yes, I'm gonna hit you with the...
Evan Fong was born on May 31st, 1992
Damn,
in
what you want
Toronto,
that for?
Canada. During his childhood, video games weren't a major part of his life, as his parents steered him towards sports instead, playing hockey competitively from the age of 6. He also enjoyed playing guitar as a hobby, though he never pursued it seriously. Not much is publicly known about Evan's early life. However, at 19, inspired by Call of Duty content creators like Wings of Redemption and Woody's gamertag, Evan felt drawn to YouTube and decided to start his own channel. His first channel, MX Productions, launched in July 2011 and featured one public video being a remix of an Angry Grandpa video. Later that year, in September, Evan, for whatever reason, transitioned to a new channel, Vanoss Gaming. The name
Wait,
Vanoss
so
came from
he had 2 channels before that. Well, the first channel where he made remixes. Okay, I can see where the music stuff is coming from.
his dad's old PlayStation 3 gamertag, Vanoss62. After spending
No
time
way!
gaming under the name Vanoss, Evan gradually embraced the name, becoming his online persona
His
and
dad's
identity.
gamertag.
The first video Vanoss ever uploaded was a trolling video on Black Ops Zombies. Following this, Vanoss began gaining traction on his channel by remixing videos from popular Call of Duty YouTubers like Whiteboy 7th Street, which drew in a wave of views and new subscribers.
Oh.
It doesn't matter what your name is. It doesn't matter what your name is. It doesn't matter what your
No wonder people
Around
like
the same
this.
time, he started creating his own gameplay content, focusing on uploading tutorials, tips, tricks, and funny moments from the game Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. From the beginning, Vanoss never intended to pursue YouTube solo, instead making the deliberate choice to feature other creators in his videos, setting the stage for the collaborative style his channel would become known for. Vanoss's first YouTube connection was Moose Knuckle, whom he discovered through gaming content on the platform. Impressed by Moo's videos, Vanoss reached out for a collaboration. His strategy at the time was simple: find other creators with a similar subscriber count and work together to help one another grow. Following the same approach, Vanoss soon met I Am Wildcat, Big Jiggly Panda, Racing Cats, and Screwologist. The 5 of them became a tight-knit group and collaborated regularly. While searching for tutorials on how to use auto-tune in COD videos, Vanoss stumbled across content from YouTuber Terrorizer, who had been experimenting with that exact style. Intrigued, Vanoss put together a montage featuring Terrorizer's clips and uploaded it to his channel, sparking their first contact and eventually led to their collaboration. Then one day, Vanoss received a message.
I like how it's based off of glazing one another or saying, oh, we should do this together. You see someone else doing the same things, let's do it all together so we don't have to do it by ourselves. I really like that. Probably sold his channel. Yeah, that makes sense.
Message from another YouTuber, H2O Delirious, who invited him to collaborate on
So Scroll just disappeared at that point. Okay.
videos as well. That collaboration led to Vanoss being introduced to Basically I Do Work, 407, and Mexecutioner. Over time, Vanoss's circle expanded, eventually including YouTubers Minilad, Louis Caliber, and Nogla. Back when they first got started, the Vanoss crew were far from famous. Together, they had just a few thousand subscribers. In those early days of YouTube, they created videos under rough conditions, recording on crappy laptops, using barely functional equipment due to them being broke college students, and
Makes
juggling
sense.
day jobs and school with chaotic sleep schedules.
Once a week, multiple weeks out of a month, there were like stretches where I would stay awake for like 30 to 40 hours.
Oh,
Like,
that's such a mood.
Wake up one morning, go to work or go to school, be done with school,
Yeah.
go to work, come home, record, edit, get up, go to school, go to work, come home, and then do like homework or something.
So
Right.
maybe
And then Evan, I know, was doing a very like he was doing a lot of that too because he was going to school. when we were
sleepless
all,
at
like,
that point.
really trying for YouTube and stuff, and he was working a lot harder on his videos. Like he was editing crazy. So
Yeah.
Despite the grind, they pushed through it all with the goal of turning YouTube into their full-time careers. November 2012, the release of Call of Duty Black Ops 2 marked a turning point for Vanoss's YouTube channel, propelling it into rapid growth. By January 2013, he had reached 100,000 subscribers, and from there, things skyrocketed. Throughout that year, Vanoss and his crew created a unique content style with
It's just like the dedication and putting your time, effort, editing, and everything else, and the passion you have behind it. That's all that matters a lot of times. And then, of course, the luck, hopefully. But also propelling other people, or even talking about and bringing up other people into that. It really shows then. I remember many vids with Skrill and Mike, so I can't say. I would say it was around that time. Oh, yeah.
their funny moments content, highly edited videos that showcased hilarious kill cams, hiding spots, ninja diffuses, and lighthearted trolling in Black Ops 2. Their unique spin on gameplay and the consistent output set them apart. The results were staggering. By July 2013,
Thank you so much for the follow, Jimmy. How you doing? Welcome.
Vanoss had hit 1 million subscribers only 7 months after 100,000, and by the end of the year tripled his subscriber count to 3 million subscribers.
Hey, what is up guys, Vanoss here, and this is my face reveal video, obviously, and it's something that you guys have been asking for and requesting for 1 million subscribers. And I'm not the type to talk about numbers too often on my channel, but obviously 1 million subscribers is a big deal.
As their channels began to gain serious momentum, each member of the crew made a bold choice, to walk away from jobs and college to pursue YouTube full-time.
In 2013, I left college.
Damn.
And, I gave myself a year. My professor was like, okay, you can take your gap year now. You have 1 year to try and figure this out. And I left college the same week that GTA 5 came out. I was only at college for 2 weeks.
Right. There was also
that was when it was booming too for the GTA 5. GTA 5 is still pretty popular since GTA 6 is coming out as well. Woke up too early, thank you. Yeah, be like that. Not that no face cam.
time where I got to quit school, or I was like doing so shit in my classes because I was focusing so much on YouTube, and it was like that moment of being like, oh yeah, this doesn't matter anymore. To like look at everyone like walking around campus in the university and just being like, everyone here is worrying and caring about this exam that's about to happen, and I really don't give a anymore.
It was a high-stakes leap, but one that ultimately proved worthwhile as their success continued to soar.
Yeah, you gotta weigh all the
marked the
options.
golden era of the Vanoss crew, a year of explosive growth and transformation. With Black Ops
That's
2 losing
11,
momentum,
well,
they
more
pivoted
than
to
that
other
now.
popular games like Grand Theft Auto 5 and Garry's Mod, tapping into a fresh wave of interest. The result? Massive viewership. Throughout that year, many of Vanoss's uploads consistently pulled in over 10 million views, a staggering feat for any gaming channel. So what made his content so irresistibly entertaining? Each video was tightly edited, packed with comedic timing, and paced just right to hold the viewer's attention from start to finish. Vanoss also opened most videos with a skit, an immediate hook that pulled viewers in. Even the thumbnails followed a simple, consistent formula, but that simplicity worked as it was instantly recognizable and effective at driving clicks. Each member of the Vanoss crew brought their own distinctive flavor to the group's chemistry. Wildcat served as the crew's comedic relief, always cracking jokes and throwing in references that kept things moving.
I have got a big pancake right here for you, my friend. Pancake.
H2O Delaris had this unpredictable, chaotic vibe that somehow worked perfectly, made even more memorable by his famously bad microphone quality.
Look at that speed. Look at that head waddle. Oh my god.
Nogla stood out with his thick Irish accent and ludicrous comments saying things so ridiculous they became iconic moments.
Fucking knife, I'm on the instant kill.
This is how I like one-shotted
Out of
4 right
pocket,
in front of
too.
him in a row. Knife him on Insta-kill.
Basically, I Do Work kept the pace sharp with his quick wit and non-stop comebacks, while Terrorizer leaned into hilariously accurate voice impressions. His takes on Schwarzenegger and Bane became classics.
Listen to me. We got to get out of here, Steiner. Oh, that's crazy.
Louis Caliber had a similar knack for performance, using his squeaky voice and trolling skills to stir up hilarious moments.
Does anyone in here want to give me money?
Oh my.
Yeah, I think that's crazy. The way Louis' original voice to this, I got respect. Especially for people who could do it like that. Respect.
God. Oh my god.
It's like a pure child at this point.
Minilad was loud, plain and simple. His style was big reactions and tone that made him stand out. And then there was Moose Knuckle, Big Jiggly Panda, and 407, the more low-key crew members who kept things balanced. Their laid-back style brought a kind of calm that made the chaos around them even funnier. In addition to the core members, the Vanoss crew occasionally played with other creators like Silent Droid, Mr. Sark, and many other gamers. While they weren't regulars in the group's content, they made memorable appearances in a handful of videos, adding extra flavor to the crew's dynamic when they did. By the end of 2014, Vanoss had hit a major milestone. 10 million subscribers, cementing his place as one of the biggest gaming creators on YouTube. But his momentum didn't stop there. In 2015, Vanoss, along with several other YouTubers such as CNanners and the Syndicate Project, collaborated on a Steam game called Dead Realm, a horror-themed multiplayer game where one player became a ghost hunting down the rest. While they weren't the developers themselves, they were credited as creative directors, meaning they had a hand not in just promoting the game but also in shaping its design and overall vibe to better resonate with their audiences.
Essentially, for the last 6 or 7 months, I've been involved in helping create a PC game called Dead Realm, and it actually releases this Thursday on Steam, so I'm pretty damn excited about it, to say the least.
The crew's consistent uploads featuring Dead Realm gave the game a huge boost in popularity. Despite its early success and the attention it generated, the game's servers were eventually shut down.
Wait, is this actually a really good game or a bad game? Why did it shut down? Wait, what? No, not the 6-7. You're playing Gary's mod, yeah, you're getting more views than you have subs, Craig. So you have fire shots at Mini. It was... No, this is the entire history of the Vanoss crew full documentary.
Down in 2020.
Okay, I'll see you.
Will you guys play Dead Realm again? No. Go on.
I don't even. There's no updates for that game. Huh?
Oh,
they shut down
that's why.
They shut down servers on that. The servers are gone. They ended it.
Vanoss's rise didn't slow down. In 2016, his channel soared past 19 million subscribers. As his influence grew, so did the scale of his projects. That same year, he made the leap into an animated TV show titled Paranormal Action Squad, a YouTube Red original. The series followed a Ghostbusters-esque team involving CNanners, Mr. Sark, and Vanoss himself, fighting supernatural threats in an over-the-top comedic fashion. Created by TV writer Michael Rowe, previously credited on shows like Family Guy and Futurama. Despite the high-profile names and the novelty of seeing YouTubers star in an animated show, Paranormal Action Squad only lasted 1 season and gradually faded from the spotlight. For years, the Vanoss crew managed to steer clear of drama, but on YouTube, controversy often feels inevitable, and in January 2017, H2O Delirious found himself in the middle of it. That January, an Australian gaming YouTuber known at the time as Faceless launched a new series centered around the game Conan Exiles, a survival multiplayer game set in a fictional prehistoric world. Faceless had been invited to join a private Conan Exiles server created specifically for content.
Oh, I think I've heard of the Conan Exiles one. Don't they have it on PC though, instead of the VR style? Watch the whole thing from the start to finish. Oh, you did.
Alongside fellow YouTuber Max Mofo. The two began by messing around but soon got more invested in grinding the game.
Yeah,
At some point, Faceless discovered that H2O Delirious was also on the same server and decided it would make great content to raid his base for loot.
Oh no.
Oh my god, we're in. Come on. Oh my god. I think we're in. Come on man, bust down. Don't f my pick. Loot.
The video quickly racked up views and didn't go unnoticed by H2O Delirious, who wasn't too pleased with Faceless's actions. Not my base, you dumb shit. We left that area long before it got raided. Way to use my name though. In Faceless's following upload, he responded directly to Delirious's remark.
Okay, so I had a look at the guy's stream that you've been playing with, J-Rock, and if there's no way that this was your base, then there's no way that this is you walking around on the roof of that base. Clearly the base that I was in. And then there's no way that this could be you.
So they're trying to justify and back it up like, oh yeah, this is totally your base. But I mean, doesn't care about it that much. Yeah, they're doing really good. They're very funny on their own stuff. The art creators got... Oh, hiya! Thank you so much for the raid, Annie! How are you? Thank you so much for the raid! What are you up to? What are you playing? Hello, readers. I'm Schoko. I'm an Arctic Demon Fox, and I like chocolate. How you guys doing? What are you up to? What are you playing? Make sure to give Annie a follow, everyone. She's so sweet. She's such a cutie. She's a little cow. Look, me too. Make sure to give her a follow. Conan Exiles and time. I see that these dudes are playing. Yeah, I was inspired similar to Arc Raiders and Rust. Based off of how the gameplay is and how it's built out, yeah. Definitely that. Hi, Faye! How you doing? Welcome! Let me give you a shout out too. Like the Raiders. No! Here, we'll also give you a shout out as well, Faye. Here you go. Unless freaking the mods got it, then never mind. Or maybe I got it at this point. There we go. Make sure to give Faye a follow as well, everyone. Did it not work? Oh, yeah, it's on a bleed time. Never mind. Damn it. We'll still give Faye a follow. And Annie as well. They're both super sweet. Of course. Thank you so much for the hydrate as well. Yes, double raid. Thank you. Follow them all.
Playing having a dinner date on the roof of the base that I raided. Because it wasn't your base, and you've never been there, you've never seen this.
What was guiding this?
What? Come up here. I'm going to show you what I was going to show you.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you.
Even after being blocked by H-Delaris on Twitter, Faceless seemed unfazed. He carried on playing Conan Exiles as if nothing had happened, continuing to grind alongside Max. The two made solid progress, but
so they did the raid, and then they kept doing their own thing in the game and everything else. Make sure to give Faye a follow, everyone! Yes! Yes, definitely, we are the apex predators. Thank you so much, my girls.
building a strong base and collecting an impressive stash of loot. But by March, tensions between Faceless and Delaris escalated further. Faceless eventually uploaded a video titled Our Last Video, in which he revealed that their entire base had been wiped out.
You know how we had 13 blacksmith tables down here? All smashed. Everything's gone. Everything. They've smashed everything.
While playing in Conan Exiles, Faceless began to notice a suspicious trend. Every time he uploaded a new video, his base would be raided shortly after. It felt like someone was watching his content and using it to time their attacks. Curious and frustrated, he and Max decided to dig into the server logs to see who had been logging in around those raids. That's when they discovered who was truly behind it.
Okay, so when did I upload the video? I uploaded the video at... It went up at about 9, so we'll say 10:30 AM on the 3rd.
How do you not running and log?
What do we have here?
BS, it's not.
Showing players that connected between 1:30 PM to 2:30 PM.
You're delirious. As expected, I will do that too. The person who said that was DracoCon. How you doing? Welcome, Nuttafel. How you doing? Welcome. And congratulations on the wedding. I hope it goes very well.
I uploaded the video at 9:30 AM. H2O Delirious joined 1:39 PM. Left 3:08 PM. Duration 1 hour 28 minutes.
The backlash from Faceless's fanbase was intense. Delaris' Conan Exiles video was hit with a flood of dislikes, eventually forcing him to disable likes and comments altogether. The situation gained enough traction that Keemstar covered it on Drama Alert, bringing in even more attention to the feud. The fallout sparked...
So, I didn't even know Drama Alert was doing a whole thing there. I was not expecting that. Make sure to give Chrono a follow, everyone. Yeah, but I didn't realize that was a thing. Like, where... I didn't even know Drama Alert was in everything. I thought Drama Alert was only into, like, the whole kid issues and the mini dramas that was going on, but I did not know it applied to everything. Everything related to YouTube, I swear this guy had his hands on. Male drama is a thing. I see that everything is drama. Unless, like, if you're dramatic enough, yeah, anything can be drama. You can't imprison me, I'll like you. Drama alert was into everything drama. So anything drama related at that point. How you doing, Show? How you doing? Welcome. Life was full of drama for real. Hi, Hardigan. How you doing? Welcome. I love watching the closeted gay men have drama. Yeah, me too.
Heated arguments between both sides. Some accused Delaris of being unnecessarily petty, while others defended his actions, arguing it was all just part of the game's mechanics. Delaris then stated on Twitter, "Holy shit, destroy a base on a game made for destroying bases and they cry about it? It was a dead server, no one else plays on it." Faceless later released a final video addressing the drama, where he shared his perspective on everything that
Hasn't this game also gotten a recent revitalization or revitalization, bringing it back into the forefront and people are actually playing it again? Before, I guess it had a dead server though. Yeah. Part of the game mechanics. Yeah, that's why I don't get it. If it's part of the game mechanics, why get upset about it? It's just a game in the end. Why not both? So Schoko, what do you call a cow that knows how to do a flip? A tipping cow? Is that what it is? Is that what it's called? A cow that you tip? Or flip? Oh, burger! No! Now I'm thinking about Annie being flipped like a burger. Annie Burger? I just want to see Annie as a patty now. Yeah, that'd be cute. It's the whole point of the game is to raid and loot other people's bases. That's what I thought. That's the same rule as most games like Rust and stuff like that. You take their stuff and then you leave. Any little families in the chat? I'm getting mad at that.
had unfolded. In it, he also revealed that Delaris' actions had ultimately led to him being
I like
from
those
the
types
server.
of jokes.
So he wasn't just raiding us, he was griefing us. And apart from it being just lame and sad as hell, it's against the server rules. Not that we really cared or even complained, but after this whole thing went down, you can actually see here me talking to one of the admins in the Discord.
Oh, so this faceless. Got it, thanks. Watching your video now. I'm so sorry action's being taken on him. Wink. It's fine, don't worry about it. No, that's some bullshit. I honestly don't mind. Yeah, we don't want things like that in our servers. Hope to have a safe place for content creators. But if it's the name of the game, why are you bothered by it? It just sounds like someone who's butthurt about losing their stuff in a game, when a game is a game in the end of it. If you're making a big deal out of it, I don't think you should be playing that type of game. Just play something cozy at this point. I feel like you would get mad if someone shot you in like a COD lobby or something and be like, I don't want to play anymore. We gotta kick these people out because they're only targeting me. No, it's probably because you don't skill issue, bro. I can edit he has a burger patty if you like. Yes, please. Please do. Please. I would love that very much. Make her a burger. Russ, get on Russ and be mad about raids. Yeah, let's do that.
Good, and she's saying that she wants to punish him. And I was
Yeah, it
like,
should never be
"Nah, don't
all
worry about
content
it.
creator friendly.
fine."
It's
She's like,
game
"No, you can't
friendly.
be doing that." Because
The game
honestly,
is the game.
if you go and check the actual server rules on Twitch RP, he went against our rules and clearly griefed us.
Following Faceless's video, the drama gradually faded away and both creators shifted their focus to other games, leaving the incident behind them. The next year, fans started to notice that Minilad was no longer appearing in videos with the rest of the Vanoss.
Oh no, there it comes. Here comes the bad stuff. Yeah, imagine logging into a game and your ex-friend always coming over to destroy your stuff just because they want to. That's extra right there. Nah, that's just a game. Don't play it if you can't handle it. You don't like the burn, don't play it. That's why I don't play Rust. if it's not part of the game mechanic or you're not trying to be part of that game mechanic, just play your own private server, avoid them, or just don't play the game or play something else. Schoko, what do you call a cow after they pay a restaurant employee? A tip cow. Oh no. Yeah, this is the mini lad stuff. Here come the mini lad boy.
Crew. He had shifted his focus towards solo content, collaborating with a different circle of gaming YouTubers. So what was the reason behind this
mini
move?
lads
As Vanoss's channel exploded in popularity, the group never officially adopted a name, so the public naturally began referring to them as the Vanoss crew, since Vanoss was the most recognizable figure. Minilad wasn't a fan of the label. He disliked being seen as a supporting member of a group named after someone else, which eventually led to him to distance himself. While he stepped away to forge his own path, the rest of the group didn't seem bothered by the title and continued on as usual.
I remember Minilad had a lot of beef with that. He hated that. He hated being labeled like a side character. He hated it and like broke away from our group because of that. And I always disagree with that.
So dramatic.
Even after stepping away from the crew, Minilad found solo success. His channel grew rapidly, gaining millions of subscribers. At first glance, it might have seemed like he parted ways with the group on good terms, especially after years of shared content and collaboration. But things took a different turn. Over time, tensions surfaced, and Minilad eventually became involved in drama with Terrorizer, fracturing the dynamic that one.
Okay, so this is where the whole drama came in. So Minilad was flourishing on his own, left the group, then started that issue with Terrorizer, which I'm just like, come on, let's be for real. And then the whole issue about Minilad's whole things came out, is what happened. That's the timeline as I'm hearing. Minilad loyal, Minilad's terrible person. I guess, that's basically what everybody said at the end of it, because why would you start saying stuff about your friend? And then talking to minors, no. Minnie was butthurt. Yeah, very butthurt. He just a side chick. Minnie was just a side character. And was butthurt about it. I would not mind being a side character, not gonna lie. At least I'm a character. Being a side character is honestly better, because then you don't have to have all the main focus on yourself. Yep, and all over not getting his own quote, Bible quote from the zombies video. Wow, that's so petty. I remember this video, the clip from the man, I'm old. You do.
Once held the group together. During a meme stream in April 2019, Minilad unexpectedly brought up the Vanoss crew, claiming that he had been removed from all their group chats, as well as revealed another reason he left the group, being they talked shit about other YouTubers.
I also have no idea. They're still playing Gmod?
And this is where he's trying to use that as a leverage, right? I lost all respect to the guy when I learned about the things he was doing. That's why everybody left. That's why everybody was like, no, what the heck? Your behavior is weird. You're wacko. You should be normal. Not doing this type of stuff. Would you be mad or would you laugh if Teresa pissed in your pool? I would laugh. I would laugh. I would laugh so hard. See, if you cannot, why would you take it seriously? Let's be for real. Your pool is usually made out of with chlorine. It's supposed to filter any of this type of stuff. You can always clean your pool if it's that big of an issue. It's just a pool. It's not a big deal. I don't even have a pool. I don't have that privilege. So honestly, don't make a big deal out of it. Don't be mad. Well, you mad, huh? All drama comes from pettiness. Yes, it does. And jealousy. Don't forget about that. That extra kick in the spice always makes things worse. He's assuming Shoko's here. Ew. Oh yeah. Ew. Okay, let's keep going.
Damn. For all this time, they're still playing
y'all
Gmod?
know.
I mean, they kicked me out of all their chats, so I have no idea what the hell they're doing. So they're still damn. I wasn't kicked. Oh my god. All right. So just to clear up any drama, I wasn't kicked.
You say you weren't kicked, but then why are you not part of the whole conversation, part of the group and whatnot? Honestly, rightfully so, your pool gets pissed on. Yeah, I would laugh though. Then everyone found out Minnie, like, kids a bit too much. That's why all those comments and jokes were like, that's kind of far, bruh. I get the other jokes, but those were crazy. How you doing, Nails? How you doing? Welcome. I'm Beetle. Send the posh. Pish posh. Oh, this video, this focuses too much on delirious drama than actual history of the krill. I know, I checked the other one, and it seems that one was a little bit more softer and broader about everything, but you get to hear when each of the members just joined in and how it grew and everything like that, and this is a little bit more in-depth. That's why it's a full documentary. If you go back 10 seconds, it looks like Minnie is hitting him. No! I don't want that. No, thank you. How can you hate Teresa? He is such a lovable goofball. See, we want the goofballs. I was caked, but then he wasn't caked. Trying to say I was caked, but I wasn't caked. You know, that didn't happen, you know? In reality, I wasn't caked. I just left. It was my own choice. It was my own volition. Take a side, man. My dude, yeah, for real. They kicked me from all their chat. Then I go, they didn't kick me. Pish posh, exactly.
All they did was play Fortnite and Gmod and then talk shit about other YouTubers.
Oh,
so
my
I
goodness.
said, that. I broke away from that group. I'm doing my own thing. I've never felt better. My community's stronger than ever. I'm pulling more views than ever, and I'm personally a lot more happy as a human.
The moment caught viewers off guard as it marked one of the first public signs of tension between him and the rest of the crew.
Yep.
During a YouTube livestream in June, fans brought up Minilad's claims, prompting Terrorizer to respond. He openly disagreed with them, pushing back against the narrative that had been shared.
Why not invite Mini? I'll tell you why. He doesn't play with us. He left. And then he decided on stream to badmouth myself and my friends. Well, mainly just my friends. And I didn't appreciate that. So...
yeah, no, that is so completely valid. And honestly, I feel like it's not that long of their past. I feel like they're gonna go over a lot of other things too. Minnie's girlfriend at the time wanted Teresa out of their house party because of the pool incident. Wow. She really took it personally. Very serious too.
I don't play with the guy lately. Because he's going on his meme streams talking shit about us. It's not cool.
Yeah,
Once
that's
Brian
not cool.
shared this, Craig tweeted a response to the
It's
drama
your friends
that he
you're
apparently
talking
hated
shit.
the Vanoss crew, stating that he...
Wait, let's see the other one. Okay, so this is Craig. Craig Thompson, clearing the air. I want to talk about the rumor of I hate everyone I used to play with. I think the most obvious clash that people have noticed is the Brian, Teresa, and I don't talk anymore. We had a falling out just over a year ago due to him saying some nasty things to me in person at E3 2018, making fun of my mental state and stating, and quite near quote, "It's so sad that you're too fucked up in the head to take a joke anymore." Ooh. I think it's because Teresa was really pointing out you say a lot of weird stuff. I told him I wasn't taking this, and I told him if he wants to fix this, to come to me in hopes he'd apologize for what. Only one I am not friends with anyone is Brian, and I don't appreciate him saying that I ditched everyone. Friends come and go. Even though Brian and I made some banger videos together, we sadly just drifted apart. I still wish Brian all the best for the future and his future ventures. It's sad I had to make this, and I wanted to let the world know what has been going on. I will continue to make the best videos I can, and I know Brian will continue to make the best videos he can. This isn't a matter of picking sides. Just enjoy whose content you enjoy and watch everyone's videos. That's all for now. Peace. But then talks terribly about them. Literally talks terribly about them on videos. No. That's such a contradictory way of talking about your friends. No. You're not a real friend. Hi, Creamy Hippo. How you doing? Welcome. Thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, she definitely took that personally. Real men would just punch each other and be friends right after. Instead, they want the name calling and never see each other again like high school girls do. No, not even. This is like full on middle school. This is middle school way of doing things. This is how children do things. Probably high school too, but it's just so childish. I haven't heard the pool incident. I'm guessing someone pissed in their pool. Well, it was Teresa he pissed in Minnie's pool at a party. And it was only because it was during a time when they weren't doing well. There's a lot of falling out during that time. I never understood why people take stuff that aren't supposed to be that serious so seriously, and the other way around. Exactly. He does not want the best for Brian. Of course not. Lying through his teeth. Yep, easy lied as he breathed. I just did the math. An adult man pissing in the pool would make it a 0.00053 liters of urine per liter of pool water. That's closer to rounding up air. And think about it. It is chlorine. It is fine. People have peed in pools plenty of times. It happens. You can clean your pool. It's not a big deal. Especially when kids are involved in pools, they're most likely gonna pee, or elderly. Come on. It's not a big deal. No, this is elementary school for real. Yeah, and water parks, yeah.
Out just over a year ago due to Brian saying so.
I think most of the obvious clash that people have noticed is Brian and Teresa and I don't talk anymore. We had a falling out for over a year due to them saying, oh yeah, this is what I read before.
Things, stating that Brian said to his face, "It's so sad you're too f***ed up in the head to take a joke anymore." Craig further stated that Brian was the one on his live streams, making out that he now hates everyone he used to play with. Brian first reacted.
Wait. 407. Not true, I had 407 and Wildcat over at my house a few weeks ago, and I was over at Wildcats a few months back, and I still meet with Evan when I'm in LA, even though I don't play with Vanoss. I'm still good friends with Evan. Wait, it wasn't a Wildcat that peed in the pool, not Teresa. Am I getting it wrong? I might mix them up. Within the alert, it is undetectable by high-end machines. Only machines wouldn't understand or notice it. But it doesn't matter. He should be grateful that he didn't poo in the pool. Yeah! That'd be worse. Oh, it was Teresa. Okay, most people don't clean well in the back and then go into the pool, and I think the back is more troublesome. Why do you think people have to rinse their bodies before going into a pool? They want to make sure that they're not putting anything into the pool as well. It's just me though. Oh, so yeah.
Brian first reacted to Craig's tweet by accusing him of slander, stating that he never made the comment Craig referenced.
Oh, I wish all the best to Craig, but that quote is pure slander. Accusing me of making fun of mental health is just wrong, Craig. And there's more information you've omitted from the whole thing in order to paint a certain picture in the public's eye. Kind of low. Yeah, we're seeing that. The thing is, people aren't dumb. People are smart. They can use strong deductive systems and actually understand what is right, what is wrong, and point out, hey, this isn't right. This is kind of weird behavior. You're not even hanging out with the same people that you used to. What is going on? And it seems more sus, and it adds more layer into the susness that people realize, oh, you're not a good person. You've been behaving wrong. Oh, there's even more nuance to this. There's even more bad behavior. There's even more history. And then there's the allegations, the bad stuff. And then, it comes ruining and crashing down because guess what? All of it comes to light.
Brian to share his full side of the story about their falling out. Back in 2018, Brian and a few other Vanoss crew members met Craig at an E3 Monster Cat party in Los Angeles. After the event, the group headed back to Craig's house. During the Uber ride, Wildcat joked about Craig's Ferrari and Brian joined in, assuming it was just friendly banter. But once they—
Bruh, it's just joking about a car. How do you take that seriously? If you have enough money to buy yourself a Ferrari, why are you crying in it? Oh no, I hope you got some medication for that, by the way. That is not fun.
As they arrived, Brian and his girlfriend left shortly after, picking up on an uncomfortable vibe and felt like they weren't really welcome. The next day, Craig organized a dinner for the group, but deliberately left Brian and his girlfriend out. Basically, I Do Work later messaged Brian explaining it was because of the Ferrari joke from the night before, as Craig spoke about this during the dinner. That same evening, the group attended another party where Brian ran into Craig again. Craig acted as if nothing had happened, but Brian took him aside to talk. He was hurt by being excluded, especially since the crew rarely gets to meet up in person due to living in different parts of the world. Craig told Brian he was going through a lot emotionally, including the loss of his dog. Brian responded by saying that while he sympathized, it didn't excuse how he had been treated, particularly since Brian was grieving the death of his own father around that time. He ended the conversation by asking Craig,
this is a moment where you would show compassion to one another and actually understand each other's struggles instead of, what is this behavior? Random behavior of believing, oh yeah, I should be saying all of this. Hi, Pathetic Sofa, how you doing? Welcome! Oh yes, let me make sure to give you a shout out to... Can you give a shout out please, Smackers? Go cry in your Lambo, but it's hard to pick which one. Yeah, there's no point. Thank you so much for the head pass. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Alright, hang on. Think I got it. Yes, yes. A shouties outsies. Oh, you got it. Never mind. Okay. Make sure to give a follow for Pathetic Sofa. Very amazing artist, honestly. I love the art. And I like the little face that you have, like the mogging face. The handsome face. Okay. Very beautiful. Also, just love the art. It's always so fun. And the music. Top tier. It's just a great way of chilling and relaxing. Of course! Don't do my job on coffee. Okay.
Craig not to speak to him that night. The two never reconciled, and Craig's decision to make the situation public only deepened the divide, especially since Brian had tried to avoid any drama. One thing I didn't mention previously was in 2017, Vanoss launched a second channel under the alias RYNX, marking his shift into music production. As mentioned earlier, Vanoss had dabbled in music before, but it wasn't until 2017 that he started pursuing it seriously. The project gained traction quickly, leading to a successful music career that included live tours. During Vanoss's 2019
live tours? Man, I missed out on all this. I should have been watching their stuff since I was a kid too. Would have seen their growth, seen the changes, seen all the drama, and I missed out. That's how it feels.
Team music tour, several members of the crew were invited backstage, including Craig. In a video on Craig's channel, he mentioned how
so he was still around. The allegations and all the stuff with the kids weren't up yet. Okay. How am I doing? I'm doing alright. I'm just a little sick right now. Vanoss music is actually pretty good. We gotta check that out. Even Evan Frong, I believe his name was, on the music side.
he apparently reconnected with Brian at the event and shared that the two shook hands and were actively trying to squash their beef.
We meet up with Brian, we're figuring things out. You know, we talked backstage at Evan's show and we shook hands and we're gonna work on it. So like, you know, I miss the dude.
Yet Brian responded to Craig's statement in a live stream, claiming what Craig said was entirely not true.
So yeah, I don't particularly want to work with the guy. I know he made a video saying we're patching things up, which is not true. I feel like he says things in order to kind of...
Damn, calling it out as it is. I'm so glad. See, Teresa doesn't take no shit from no one. Just calls it out as he sees it right there.
Get flack off of his back.
It was disappointing for fans to see Minilad and Terrorize's relationship fall into conflict, especially with Craig.
I mean, with their friendship, and then you ruining your own friendship? Yeah. Ruining your own career? Yeah. How you doing, Awkward? Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome.
Craig appearing to be the main instigator, but that drama would pale in comparison to what followed. The next year, Craig became entangled in a much more serious controversy, one so severe it ultimately brought his career to an end. On June 23rd, 2020, a woman named Ash published...
Yo, 17? No. No. You don't mess with minors. Let's be for real. You don't talk to them. You don't look at them. You don't do anything with them. Honestly, my experience with Minilad, I was 17. Photos and replies. When I was 16, I was a huge fan of Craig and Minilad and his friends. I had made a fan account for him on Twitter to make friends with other people and become good friends with an amazing group of girls. We had a group chat where we talked daily and we would often tweet Craig in hopes of being tweeted back. One of the girls in the group tweeted Craig asking if he wanted to join the group chat, but are you surprised he said yes? A group of teenage girls? Who What the heck? Hi, Bun! How you doing? Welcome! Make sure to give Bun a follow. Bun is so adorable. A sweet witch. A sweet bunny witch. How you doing? Welcome. Hayato, how you doing? Welcome. Yeah, sure, I don't mind. Go ahead, Hayato. Thank you so much for the hydrate. I will hydrate. And thank you so much for the headphones. What do you mean you're so kind? And your cat sitting? That must be so fun. He followed. Okay, so I was surprised he said yes. He followed the girl who had tweeted him initially and was added where we chatted for a little bit before he left. Nothing out of the ordinary. Happened, and we were so excited to have been able to talk to someone we looked up to. A little later, he followed me and sent me a DM to say he would not have been added to the group chat if it hadn't been for him, or for her reaching out to him. And I was confused as I had no part in him joining the group chat, but was excited anyway. Anyways, he told me if I ever needed anything, I could reach out, and then he began to discuss his recent breakup. He broke up with his girl? And how poorly it was affecting his mental health? That is so sus. So I told him he could do the same, and I was over the moon, so I feel so close to the person I was infatuated with. We were casually friendly for a while with many tweets, back and forth, and the occasional DM. He added me on Snapchat where we chatted here and there, nothing super deep. Things took a sharp turn when we chatted on Snapchat one day and the subject of virginity came up. What the heck are you talking about with these teenagers? 16-year-olds, no less. This is kind of pissing me off, okay? Not even kind of, this is fully pissing me off. Thank you so much for the follow, Nellyfast. Thank you. Oh my goodness, this man. He asked if I was a virgin, and I said yes. What? Ew. He then asked if he could take my virginity. Nah. I hope she told her parents or something. This man should go to jail. And I told him yes. Poor children over here. They don't know better. Kids do not know better. This is why they need a responsible adult in their life to make sure they are protected and safe from people like this. Thank you so much for the follow, Kung Fu Panda. How you doing? Welcome. Things escalated from there, and it's hard to recall the specifics for so long ago, especially from Snapchat where chat history gets deleted. Yeah, no wonder he used that. I remember my family had a trip planned to California to visit family for my birthday, and he asked if I would be able to come over to his house. Nah. To have sex? No. No. This immediately should get shut down immediately. This shouldn't even have become a conversation. He knew better. She did not. And he tried to use this as a way to manipulate the situation. This is disgusting. I told him it would probably be a long shot because I was still
a twit longer detailing her past experiences.
17 and my parents probably wouldn't let me out alone. Yeah, of course they wouldn't. They care about you. They don't want you to be in a situation like that. My stepdad ended up having minor health complications that made us have to cancel our trip. A blessing in disguise. Yeah. Although I never went to physically meet him, things continue to be sexual. Oh. And we called a few times on Discord and he asked me for nudes quite often. I initially told him,
according to her,
I wasn't comfortable. Yeah, thank goodness she told him she wasn't comfortable sending things like that, but I was afraid after a while he would lose interest, so I complied. This poor child, oh my goodness. Yeah, I'll check it out in a bit. Nah, this is truly disgusting. So much motive behind all of that. This is truly like grooming and all of those terrible things. And the fact that she was able to come out with it and tell people honestly props to her because I respect someone. I can not be afraid to call these types of people out. But at the same time, it's so evil to know that there are people that are going after vulnerable people like this. True. Not subtly whatsoever, just straight to the subject of virginity is disgusting. Yes, especially to a minor, especially to a child. You know, you're fully aware this person's a child. And your decision to reach out and continuously talk to these children? No. This should not even be a discussion. Don't talk to minors, and you definitely don't talk sex with minors. Exactly. That's why kids are separated from the adult conversations. That's why 18 plus only when it comes to communities. That's why my community is 18 plus only. I do not want a situation like this. I do not want anyone around me being in a situation like this. I would rather like to keep adults protected and children protected because this is not right. This is utterly
To her,
disgusting.
she first became a fan in 2016 at age 16, even creating a dedicated fan page and joining a group chat with other girls who admired Craig and his friends. The group frequently tweeted at him and eventually caught his attention. He joined the chat and began interacting with them regularly. Ash stated that she grew especially close to Craig over time. She described how the conversations became increasingly personal, including one moment where Craig asked if she was a virgin and proposed taking it himself.
Yeah. This is where it happened. So this is where she was afraid and she complied. It can't say exactly how many pictures or videos were exchanged, but it was quite a few. No. He initiated nearly every conversation because I was too intimidated to message him first in fear of bothering him. No. Girl.
They planned to meet in California during a family trip, but those plans were ultimately cancelled, something she later saw as a relief. Over the following months, she said they exchanged explicit photos, which she backed up with screenshots of their
Oh my goodness. What will you want me to say? I want you to say, ew! No! This is, no. Goodness. I hate going through this right now. This is disgusting. I have a kink for people's, no. I don't even want to say it. Like, if you were, no. Are you kidding me?
Conversations.
Oh my god.
Eventually, Craig cut off communication, leaving Ash with the feeling that she had been used. Before sharing her story publicly, she claimed...
Oh, sorry, I just could not read the whole thing because that was disgusting. To a minor. It's a question of doesn't understand what and how you ask a question that is so inappropriate, like it's a normal thing to ask to a minor, yeah. It should not even have become a discussion. It should have never been a thing. With how he is talking, this ain't the first time he did. Exactly. The confidence he has to back it up, the confidence he has with his money and power and influence, it of course will manipulate and control a lot of people. And that's wrong. You should never use your position to affect someone that is such a vulnerable person. No. I'm about to expose Mini Lad's ass. What's this about? I'm talking to Ash and the situation between her and Craig got brought up again and it got me heated. He's gross and you really need to drop him. I don't know why you wouldn't. Yeah,
Craig's
I don't know
Discord
why.
moderators tried to discourage her, suggesting that the situation was in the past and that he had grown.
I don't care if it's in the past. He still did something he should have never even done. I don't care. Oh, it's in the past, whatever. Move on, he's grown, he's changed. I don't care. He still behaved that way. He still did something. He still got something. He still has images and videos of a child on his phone. That is still saved. That is permanent. He has videos of her saying things that are not appropriate or age appropriate for a child. No. The answer to that question or anything to that regard should be get him off this immediately. He does not deserve to have a platform like this. With how he's talking, this ain't the... Oh, yeah. I'm 100% aware of what happened Nah, the past is the past. No point in getting bothered over it. This pissed me off. Especially since they've both clearly moved on. I've heard things I've known for a while. Maybe not all the details, but I get the general idea. If you know,
Despite that, she went ahead
it's
and told her
bad.
side anyway. On the same day Ash shared her account, another woman named Hallie came forward with her own story involving Minilad. Hallie
Another one. See? History. If history repeats itself right here. This reminds me of the influencer that cheated on his girlfriend and talked to 18-year-old girl. No. This is like when you're older, when you're in your 20s, you don't even want to talk to anyone younger. It's not, no. I was manipulated by Minilad, and I was 16 to 17 and he was 20 plus. Photos and replies. First off, I want to say that I'm not doing this because I hate him. I am disappointed in him. There's a difference. I am not doing this for malicious intent as well. He has rejected help and told the internet he would get therapy. He needs to leave the internet. He needs to back away, and then never did. And even after so many years, to hear that his actions of arrogance have not decreased makes me feel like a fool for not sharing this sooner. I can't believe there's so many victims. I mean, honestly, they're not even victims, they're survivors. Because they dealt with it and they had to deal with it. It's not, makes a decrease, makes me feel like a fool for not sharing sooner in protection of any other women who associated themselves with him. Craig has always been a friend of mine, but never felt genuine at all. Sure, he helped me in times of need, and for that I am forever grateful for the side of him. But the things he said and done to others, such as myself, makes me question if he is truly humble or not with the support he has given me personally. So see, the thing is, you can make yourself seem and give yourself this image of being a good person, but in reality be a horrible person. Why else have they brought up other creators, actors, and people like that, finding out under the surface in reality they are terrible, bad people? I mean, look at Ellen DeGeneres. Her whole empire came crumbling down after they found out how terrible of a person she is. This is all just a facade as a way to make you more vulnerable and open you up to, manipulations, especially with the manipulation tactics of giving you items, giving you gifts, and trying to kind of make yourself seem better than what you actually are in reality. When I was 16, around the time Craig and his ex had broken up, he was severely depressed, and I saw the dark side of him with his depression, and I will choose out of respect to keep that private unless it involves what I will be talking about. It took me years to realize that he used his suicidal tendencies to pity him into not talking about these things publicly. Yeah, I'm sick and tired of people who use that as a way to pity. You do not use it to pity, use it as a way to grow, or you use it as a way to better yourself, and you know these are issues for yourself, so you go to someone who can help you. That's why therapy. That's why I'm kind of annoyed too. I get where she says like, oh yeah, he said he was going to help himself, but he didn't. About the things publicly. The fact that I can't look at his name without thinking about the shit he did really bugs me to the day. So that being said, this is my story. Honestly, I do not really remember when or why Craig and I started talking more. I think it was more so I was worried for him, and I tried to be a good friend because of the breakup at the time. So I was there for him, direct messaging him through Twitter during my classes, listening to his worries about his ex, or even just to talk. Then things started to get more personal and darker with the conversation, and he would go to me for venting to see if they're how you doing? Welcome. Happy birthday, Ellie. How you doing? Welcome. I hope you're having a wonderful birthday. Ellen was on the yeah. There's a part of me that thinks that Minilad could have been a good guy if he were to just get away from YouTube. The thing is, in an alternative universe, he probably was not interested, in doing these types of things, and things were going smoothly. But in this, unfortunately, that is the type of behavior he wanted to project and do. And so actions have consequences. I really want to know how some people are into that. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it either.
Hallie had initially joined Craig's Twitch community as a moderator in 2014. By 2017, their conversations had grown more frequent and personal, particularly after Craig went through a breakup and was struggling mentally. Hallie supported him during this time and their connection deepened. However, the nature of their interactions shifted. Hallie recalled an incident in which she joked—
My bad, I know. I was laughing because of the fact I love chocolate, okay? You cannot get that wrong. That's why my name is Schoko, okay? If you know my childhood, you would know I love chocolate. I've loved chocolate to this very last day. I honestly do not really remember when or why Craig and I started talking more. I think it was more so I was worried about him and I tried to be a good friend because of the breakup at the time. So I was there for him, direct messaging him through Twitter during my classes, listening to his worries about his ex. This should not be an issue a child should be helping with. This is something a professional, like a therapist, should be there for. This is way in over her head and way too much, to put over her. We even just talk. Then things started to get more personal and darker with the conversations. He would go to me for venting to see if there were ways to get back with his ex or help her change and whatnot. Of course, me trying to be a good friend, I listened to everything he had to say and even said, sure, there is hope in her changing her and shit like that. Even shit talked about her with him, which was very wrong of me. I admit, I was being a bit of an ass kisser. Reason being was I had a crush on him. He knew that. I had to sometimes sit and listen to him talk about how he got over his... no! What the heck? I swear. At this point, kids, report these types of behaviors to your parents or any authorities and make sure this is taken care of. Because this is not right. Any kids that see this, any adults that are responsible adults, let your kids know to report this type of stuff. This is wrong. Despite him knowing how I felt about him, but then, don't remember why, but we were joking around to where I said something about, ugh. Well, I guess he took it personally, as you will see in the replies in our conversation that started on Twitter, that he moved to Discord so he could delete photos he sent me. He sent me pictures of him in his underwear to show off. No. My goodness, which I did not ask for at all. I want to clarify to that reason I was acting cool with it was because I had a crush on a fucking crush on him. So whatever right and soul didn't really know better. Of course, you're a child. Your brain has barely developed. You're not even fully developed. You're still growing. There's a lot of hormones, immaturity, not knowing what is right from wrong. And he's using that to his advantage. Remember, I was a minor. I was 16. Of course. He knew that I liked him, sent me those photos to someone he knew liked him for a boost of ego. The worst part is I was not the only person he has done this with someone else who will come out that I will retweet. She experienced much, much more weird shit to say to a fucking minor. That will be... You already had much, much weird shit. See, this is why I see no point in comparing this type of stuff, because y'all were equally, predatorized. This will be Ash's place to say. I think a year after the situation happened with him sending me photos, I confronted him about it and he apologized and said he knew he hurt me and regrets it. However, it makes me question if he said that just so I didn't turn against him and help expose him. The fact that I even had to question it, even to this day, truly says a lot. Way too much info for a kid to hear. Way too much. This is not appropriate. Like, I know there are people that were good, and once they gain fame and popular, they start to change for the worst. Yeah, some people definitely do. That's why you gotta find the right people. Man wants to show off his tidy whities for real. Besides, being unknown is better than being known, since you don't have the pressure of making sure people will like you and still respect you. Yeah, and since you're out there, you're gonna be more noticed. Everyone's gonna be aware of you and put more awareness towards you because you're putting yourself out there compared to people who want to be more incognito or not known. This is all just so sickening. This is awful. This is making me so sick to my stomach. My head is not liking this at all. Does some women talk to minor boys for things like that because I feel like only men do that? No, it goes equally. There are women like that and there are men like that. That's why you should always never trust anyone unless, I mean, you can't even trust sometimes your own family. I say, there isn't. Go to someone you know you can trust and isn't going to do terrible things to you. That's it. If there's someone that you have respected, trusted, and they're a trusted person, adult that you know in your life you can always turn to, regardless of anything, they should be your number one choice to talking about this stuff. They're your number one choice to bringing this up to and bringing it up to the authorities as well to get these people, into actual trouble, because they're not going to stop unless they get into trouble, and then they're known for their behavior, and then they can be registered. And then I'll keep a lot of people safe too.
Jokingly commented on the size of Craig's penis, and in response, he sent her a photo of his bulge, an unsolicited image she didn't ask for. At the time, Hallie was 16 years old and Craig was 22. Later, when Hallie learned about Ash's story, she confronted Craig. He initially denied knowing Ash well and claimed she had told him she was 18, statements Hallie found out to be completely untrue. She also revealed that Craig had—
Wait, what is this about 18? This was the next part, wasn't it? Ash was at one point going to expose them, but me being the fool I defended Craig, and I was blinded by his lies and manipulation. He told me he did not know of Ash much and never talked to her in a dating manner and whatnot. He also said he didn't know she was underage, saying that Ash told him he was 18. All of that was a lie. I eventually caught him in that lie and went back to him and asked him if this was really him in Snapchat. Screenshots that I post below. He confessed and I was utterly distraught. I couldn't even talk to him for a day. Bruh, don't even talk to him at all. That's it. It doesn't even have to be a day. That's it. He begged and begged me to talk to him. Eventually I did, and he fully admitted he was scared and I would turn against him. Reading back on our messages to myself, I felt like he wasn't scared to lose our friendship, but his career, yes. And that's where the grooming and manipulation comes from. That was it. Yeah, it was. Lad lied about the age of Ash. Yeah, I can see that.
She also revealed that Craig had tried to—
So, hey man, yeah, Ash has tweeted on her private writing her own expose. Can you talk to her? Tell her that I'm not who I was when I was younger. Tell her my suicide attempt. That has nothing to do with you talking to underage children. That has completely a different discussion. That, like I said, go seek therapy. You did not need to drag children into this. Sure, I'll do my best. Keep me posted. I'm really scared. I'm down to talk to them if need be. I'm worried she might not speak to me about it because she knows we're friends, but I'll see what I can do. I will honestly do my best as far as I am aware. Just Ash doing her own thing, not with any of the others.
To manipulate her into stopping Ash from sharing her experience by threatening to end his—
That is so evil, to manipulate each person individually. Emotionally manipulating two girls at the same time is, man, it's despicable. It is incredibly despicable. This is like next level
Hallie later
evil
released another
behavior.
video shedding further light on behind the scenes messages from Minilad's Discord server. In the footage, she revealed screenshots in which Craig appeared to dismiss the seriousness of the situation, claiming that no one would care once the story came out and that he'd be fine in the long run.
He was talking to his moderators about how—
Yeah! And his moderators were like, "No, you're good, dude. Don't worry about it." No. What the heck? Did you mean a Reddit page? And that's up to you guys, Craig, TBH. I don't know. I have much of an opinion on it since I'm not really on Reddit as much as I don't know how you guys have with interactions with things, you know? Oh, they know. I think the subreddit should remain closed. Oh. Until after my comeback, which is this week, the drama will get drowned out by new posts of recent videos. This is strategic. Trying to hide it. As if anyone would ignore that information. Let's be for real. For less money, 387 COVID cases yesterday in my country. Okay.
In mod chat, people are gonna see that this doesn't matter and it's gonna die. He'll upload in a week. It'll be.
Nah, the mods are evil. What the heck? No sense of humanity in this. Many of and Sam, Alpha Male, people on the internet will have their opinions. Definitely will. Oh, I know. Opinions like assholes. Everyone's got one, and some even share those online. Most people realize that the majority don't care / don't know, and brands keep working with them. It'll die faster. That ain't gonna die. Not that. Ma'am. Oh my god. Nope. No.
Fine. Nobody's gonna care if Ash ever came up about this.
God, you have me over them. Jackasses for real. This kind of reminds me a bit of all the other kind of locale situations and how much their mods really back them up for like their communities. Now, we both agreed that they need to move past it. Told me what Sav said, and I almost yelled at her. People who are suicidal or who cling onto my videos, I'm scared for them. She'll kill hundreds of people. I'm scared that I might be one of those people too. Sammy will have to live with
this. She would be the person who's responsible for.
They'll get negative attention and death threats, and everyone will hate them. Now, you were really hoping your community would back you up this time. No, they wouldn't. Not when they have literal definitive proof. You're talking to a minor. Your behavior is wrong. You're manipulating them. I hope they think about it. Then they drop it. We need to try and get that through to them. Now they're going to ruin millions of people's lives and potentially kill people.
For thousands of people because of if people found out who he was and fans who count on his videos found out about him, they would kill themselves. How much of a massive ego can you have?
Craig responded publicly to the allegations brought forward by Hallie.
There it is. He forgot that once you reach to a point he reached, there will be drama that involves you. Be sure that the chance it will drown are not that low as you think it will be. Yup. Emotional manipulation 101, yep. Hi everyone, many of you probably are aware by now of the allegations recently made online about my behavior a few years ago. I have read through everything that was said and shared, and understand now how unacceptable my actions were. Wow, you just realized? I take full responsibility for the inappropriate texts and messages I sent. I regret having said or sent anything that made anyone uncomfortable or upset. I am truly and deeply sorry for what I did. I absolutely should have done what was necessary at the time, and that was seeking professional help, realizing that my actions were completely unacceptable and working to change my behaviors from the inside out. Moving forward, I have fully committed to working on myself, including going to therapy, rethinking and changing some of my life chances, and personally apologizing to those I have harmed. I know it is hard to believe, and I totally get it. I haven't given you a reason to trust me, and I know I need to earn it. But that's on me to prove to you. No, you've done it multiple times. You're talking to minors. You should have known better. You're grown. There is no, I should have known better, and sorry for my bad actions in the past, I'll do better now. No, you don't get a second chance for this. I know there's no righting my wrongs here, and I want to express again how sorry I am to people I have hurt and the fans I have let down. I have a long road of personal searching ahead of me, so that's my focus now. I will be back when the time is right. Take care of yourselves. Like Craig Thompson / Minilad.
And Ash, admitting to the claims and expressing deep regret. He stated,
"Oh yeah, this is definitely giving corporate PR style response. So disconnected from reality. And he's gonna probably continue to do that if people just said, oh yeah, just give him another chance, he's fine. No, this is so unacceptable. Son, you should just step away back then. Yep.
That he was fully accepting responsibility and
Get
was
off the
actively
damn
seeking
internet.
professional help. However, just a month after the story broke, Craig resumed uploading content to his channel as though nothing had occurred. This move triggered significant backlash, and his subscriber count began to plummet. In the midst of the growing hate, Craig released a now deleted video titled Clearing the Air. Instead of showing accountability, the video avoided addressing the core issues and oddly attempted to debunk an allegation that hadn't even been made.
The first thing that I wanted to talk about with these allegations is I've never physically met them before, nor have I physically abused anybody across the board. I want to make people aware of that because those are serious allegations and I wanted to put those rumors to bed.
Despite continuing to upload as if nothing had happened, the backlash against Craig's channel only intensified. The hate kept growing and his subscriber count steadily bled.
He's got 6,000 likes and 2,000 dislikes, and he uploaded this video 5 hours ago and got 65,000 views. That kind of tells me his channel's dead, so...
Well, especially as to what it was, you know, it's like
Yeah,
it's definitely gone downhill.
By December, the mounting backlash had become impossible for Craig to ignore. Months after the allegations were public, he released a second video attempting to address the situation. Although he issued an apology, many viewers felt it lacked sincerity. His tone came across as self-pitying, which led to further criticism and widespread doubt about the authenticity of his remorse.
The reality is I was being selfish. I wasn't thinking about repercussions. I wasn't thinking about anything. I was just being stupid, and I really want to apologize for that. I just wasn't thinking, and I regret it, and I've regretted it since. And for that, for both Hallie and Ash, I'm really sorry.
After stepping away from YouTube for several months, Minilad
My bae, you're my bae. Hi bae. There's no bae Snapchat sticker. I'm sad. Love you, bae. Love you too, bae. Why is my Snapchat so broken? Oh my goodness, no. I'm still continuing it. As the saying goes, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Or however it goes, I agree. People are still trying to get him to come back, like on Instagram and stuff, and he will always be either a cow or just stay off the internet like he should. Yup, will be a cow if he tries to come back on. Thank you, DracoCon. Exactly. Blah.
promised to focus on self-improvement through therapy and eventually make a comeback.
So gross.
He followed through on that promise, first reappearing in June 2021 on his second channel, Craig Thompson. In October, he returned to his main channel with an upload titled It's Good to See You. However, the comeback was short-lived. When Minilad made his comeback, he presented a completely transformed lifestyle. He'd relocated from California to Texas, revamped his setup, adopted a new look, and claimed he was the happiest he'd ever been. He also began hosting meme streams where he raised money for charity, though many saw these efforts as calculated attempts to regain public favor following the controversy. After several months of uploads, Craig released a now deleted video titled Why Getting Cancelled Was the Best Thing to Happen to Me.
Oh my goodness! Wow! No! How you doing, Bojo? Welcome! Wasn't thinking sure, but you were thinking when those victims confronted you. Oh yeah. And hydrate, thank you. Nia, you remember all this? Oh my goodness, I cannot imagine. Oh, look at the amount. You can't even see the dislike ratio. Look at the amount though. This is like 2022. He stopped right after this. Man's own foot just gravitates to his mouth. Yeah. Exactly. Where my boot wants to meet his ass, spinning everything to benefit him. Glad it backfired though. Oh yeah. We got some smart people out here. I was there when the scriptures were written. You were there? You were there during that time? I cannot imagine the fallout, everything, the bombs, how they all dropped. Nah. I'm so sorry you had to see that. Anyone had to see that. See, it's all new to me. I think everyone who goes to YouTube has seen this lore. I have not.
In
That's
it,
my
he
first
spoke about
time.
his personal growth since stepping away from YouTube. While the message centered on self-improvement, many viewers found it unsettling, noting the irony that such growth had come at the cost of committing a heinous crime.
Why do I believe it's the best thing to ever happen to me? Because I finally got time away to not be Mini-Lad.
Mini-Lad's attempted comeback ultimately fell flat. His videos continued to receive more dislikes than likes, viewership continually declined, and his subscriber count dropped from 5.8 million to 4.4 million. It became clear that forgiveness from the community wasn't forthcoming. During one of his meme streams, a viewer donated a message, "We won't forget what you've done, Craig," sending and receiving inappropriate texts from minors, threatening these poor girls to keep them silent, and then playing the victim, "You don't deserve to stay on this platform."
Honestly, great message. Just don't donate. Just don't even give this guy a platform. Don't even say anything. Don't even watch his stuff. At this point, just avoid him like the plague he is. I watched it all, the mini crimes and the homewrecker drama. Oh no.
Craig reacted poorly to the comment, showing visible discomfort as backlash persisted.
Oh, thanks, Ben. Thanks for the 3. Thanks, Ben.
Oh, well, he had a falling out with his friends. Then he tried to make it seem like he didn't, and then he tried to bring back together his friends and get back together with them, hang out with them, even though he was talking shit about them and being a backstabber. And then he decided to talk to minors, which was all surfaced up as he was doing his so-called solo way of doing things. That's how it all ended up being like that. And the crashing down and burning.
Hang on them? I don't know what you're saying.
Like a dumpster fire right here.
It's the person who just donated to me. Please get your facts straight. Thank you. I'll be back.
Yeah, this is honestly wrong, right? Yeah. Like, oh, yeah. Exactly. Yeah, it's just, this guy was terrible. And I'm glad that people called it out and people were bringing it up. It was a conversation. Now he's not going to be able to continue what he's doing. I got the best school. Bro's character still needs to be unlocked. This part is new.
It's natural to wonder how the Vanoss crew reacted to the controversy surrounding Mini-Lad, given their long history together as friends. While none of the members ever issued a direct public statement addressing the situation, subtle jabs and jokes referencing Craig did occasionally surface in their videos.
Lukacs, Mini-Lad still has more subs than you. Yeah, and a criminal record as well. Like, he always had more subs than me. Do you know what? Just because you, Lucas, my new goal for this year is not 4 million subs. It's whatever the fuck he has. I'm gonna get more subs than him now. Just to fucking
Heck yeah.
Hey, so just curious, what's your guys' policy with these Mini-Lad jokes? Do they stay in now, or like?
Yeah, they're starting to.
I feel like if it's funny.
Interestingly, in a live stream hosted by Nogla and Terrorizer, Nogla revealed that Mini-Lad had in fact messaged him privately, wishing the crew his best.
Another secret, guys. He texted me recently. That's right. The man, the myth, the lad. He texted me. And it was actually a nice text. So I texted him back after a while. And I was nice. But I was like, bro, you know, it is what it is, bro. You know? Hope life goes well, family's well. I texted back. And then I ended the text taking the meme stream.
Oh no. I already know what he's talking about. Oh, for fuck's sake, bro.
It was nice text,
I leave for a second, man.
In a September 2023 live stream, Craig looked back on his return to YouTube, admitting he'd come to terms with the fact that forgiveness from the community was unlikely. He also shared that he felt hurt by how his former friends had made jokes about him in their videos. His tone throughout came—
Bro, you give that energy, they're gonna give it back. They don't talk about each other like that, other than if it's going to be a friendly joke and stuff like that. But because you talk terribly about them, they can do it equally. What gives you the right that it's only you're allowed to say these things about them? And now because of your bad behavior, they don't have a right to say things about you when your behavior has been awful?
Across as victimizing himself, which many viewers saw as an attempt to gain sympathy rather than take responsibility.
People are gonna hate me no matter what I do. I've learned to accept that. I could say, hey guys, how's it going? And there'll be people out there who will find a way to shit on it. Even though the people who I used to call my friends, I think there's videos being like, Vanoss crew making fun of Mini-Lad for an hour straight and things like that. But I know that like the guys have used me
for content. They've made me ugly in thumbnails. I've been in titles. Oh, we can't talk about him anymore. Well, at least I didn't. Like, I've seen it all. Seen it all.
He's like Voldemort up in here. You don't talk about him. I would taste your own medicine, as they say. Exactly.
Right. Hurts.
The next month, Craig held what would become his final live stream, during which he shared that he intended to scale back on live streaming. He cited new business ventures and opportunities in his life as the reason for stepping away.
I'm at a point where I have my side businesses and like that are doing great. If anything, one of them continues to grow from strength to strength, which is awesome. But it's also getting to the point where I know that I'm limiting myself on the growth of that, because I have to make sure streams are good and I have to prepare for streams and yada yada. Basically what it means is, for the time being, I am going to slow down on the amount of streams I do. I told you guys a month ago or whatever, or a few weeks ago, whatever it was, that like I had to emotionally retire from YouTube, and we know that this is not a career for me anymore.
Since then, Craig has not returned.
Thank you so much for the headphones, Jaden. POS, human hair, he's being made fun of, so sad. Not really, he deserved everything coming to him. Yup, his own ego is dying so hard. Oh, well, he hurt the victims. Cry me a river, yeah. The hypocrisy, dang. For real, the hypocrisy.
To the Minilad channel and appears to have stepped away for good. It's a sad end to a once promising legacy, overshadowed by the serious actions that led to his downfall. Now, any mention of him tends to surface only through subtle jabs in
Yeah, see how the internet, everything he touches dried up and died. This is my favorite subreddit, our Minilad. Oh no.
Vanoss crew
My
videos.
penis.
Sadly, this wasn't the final instance of allegations stirring within the group's orbit. Louis Caliber, widely recognized within the Vanoss crew for his iconic squeaker voice impression, was a prominent figure in the group's early content, amassing over 4 million subscribers on his own channel. He actively uploaded videos until June 2016, with his final appearance being a Pokemon Go livestream in July of that year. After that, he vanished from the platform without explanation, leaving fans confused about his sudden departure. 3 years later, in July 2019, Louis made a quiet return via phone live streams. It wasn't until March 2020 that he addressed the absence during a stream, explaining there was no dramatic reason behind his hiatus. He had simply stepped away to focus on other aspects of his life.
I honestly respect that. Sometimes people change and sometimes their interests change, so that's understandable. Thank you for the hydrate. The gnome meme. Why not? What's wrong with the gnomes? A text with his king. Praise makes, suddenly makes it worse, so it does. I wonder if there was someone that had more rise and fall than Minilad. Maybe, yeah, pirate software. Exactly.
I didn't stop because like there was any like crazy reason. I just stopped because it's like, hey, there might be an adpocalypse one day. And it's like, you know what though? What if I work on some stuff outside like YouTube, just in case? What do I do with like bajillions of dollars? So there's a thing like on Wall Street, there's companies, there's investments, and a lot of things you can do with your money. Bitcoin, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, let me focus on this. So it's like, I just worked on that, and that was it.
A few months after Louis resurfaced online, new allegations emerged involving him directly. A woman named Cyan came forward in June, sharing her account of their past relationship. According to her, the initial
Oh no, Louis too! This is real! Regarding my previous post, sorry this is mumbo jumbo. Pirate, I like how you say it, mentioned. For the same reasons, but the same underlying egotistical, but they think they cannot be wrong ever. I started dating a famous YouTuber back in 2018. His friend Droid had followed me on Instagram, DM'd me to play Overwatch with him. I agreed, and I started out as me and Droid, and we would just duel. Then one day he invited me to join an Xbox lobby where I met Louis. They told me Droid was bragging about playing with a hot girl with a big butt. So Louis told them to invite me. I joined the party and everything seemed very chill and we were all cracking jokes. Droid's little brother, Theo, started complaining, asking why Louis doesn't follow him, and Louis just laughed and told them to check my followers. Louis had followed me only to unfollow me unfollow a few months later and DM me saying, hey, Frio. From then on, we started talking more and more. We only talked through Xbox Live chat, Skype calls, or Snapchat. I was never allowed to save chats or else he would yell at me, what the heck, and call me suspicious. Louis told me a few weeks later he liked me and he would always tell me all these great things that could be me and him. I just want to say I was 18 years old and he was 30 something. I was young, fresh out of high school, just started college, and he had constantly taken advantage of my naivety and my lack of experience in relationships. This whole relationship was kept a secret as well because he didn't want anyone to know. At the start, nothing seemed out of place. I thought he was a great man. I continue to think that even though he constantly gaslighted me and was toxic. I remembered our last fight was when we were playing Fortnite with his friend group and I made a joke. After I said the joke, he started yelling at me and telling me how I was super fucking dumb and not funny. And he kept repeating this until I ended up muting my mic and cried. He would repeat this daily until I just stopped talking in his parties altogether. Every time I would use a big word, he would yell at me and tell me to stop, trying to sound smart, and that actual smart people don't use big words to explain things. There were so many red flags, but I would never complain and just cry silently because I really started to believe I was dumb and young. Every time I went out with a friend, he had to know where I was going, who I was going with, and I had to send him there.
According to her, the initial connection began when Silent Droid followed her on Instagram and invited her to play Xbox. Through those gaming sessions, she eventually...
So, these aren't real. This is probably something or someone's fabricating, or it could just be someone having a fallout with him. I don't know. It's more complex when it's someone of legal age. 18, I know it's still not like someone that is mentally mature enough, but, you know, she is of age. But like I said, her brain isn't fully matured yet. That's why it's just like a very iffy line. But it's nothing to get you arrested over. Just something that, oh, that behavior is just not nice. But if it was something that was not actually real and was lied about, then that's even more messed up. Because there are some people that are nefarious like that.
met
And as
Louis,
long as
who
he plays
expressed
with them, I
romantic
guess that's not
interest
an
after
issue
a few
then.
weeks. They began dating when Cyan was 18 and Louis was reportedly in his early 30s. As the relationship progressed, Cyan claimed it turned incredibly toxic, alleging that Louis was verbally abusive and controlling. She also stated that...
Oh yeah, this is where the other half of the thing happened, right? Louis was the definition of a toxic relationship. Every time I attempted to get close to someone or make a friend, he would feed me these ideas about how I couldn't trust them. And he was the only person I could rely on, excuse me. He made it so I had nobody in my life but him. Isolation is not good. It was really hard to break out of this too until I met Bells, and she was the person who helped me out.
She also stated that he had a child he kept...
I think there are rare who are 18 and more mature. Depends. Like I said, that's why they're of age, but you just don't know how that person is going to react, behave, and everything else. Because like I said, brain development doesn't happen until you're 25 fully. So you're going to make a lot of immature decisions. And even then, you still make immature decisions as an adult. With one ex in particular, he had a secret child with, and would have his mom constantly overtaking care of her while I was there, and it didn't seem like Louis did much for her. I would end up waking up really early to watch the child while he was asleep, and throughout the day as he played Fortnite with his friends. I would watch his baby for maybe 8+ hours a day by myself. He would always complain about how his ex was a bad mom and how the baby would have diaper rash and sometimes little bruises, but what child doesn't fall? Babies are clumsy and occasionally get diaper rash. He would also only feed the Chick-fil-A. He would also only feed Chick-fil-A and fast food. I was there for 3 weeks, and not once did I see the baby get a proper meal, which really turned me off. I mean, the thing is, it's up to the person, the parent, to decide what they want to feed their children. In the end, you're not really their parent, you're not their guardian, you're not someone that is part of the life of the child, so you don't really have a say or control about this. This is up to him and the mother. Louis was treating his own mother like a babysitter while he gamed. One time, I didn't wash my hands before changing his baby's diaper, and he yelled at me for maybe 2 hours straight, telling me how terrible of a human I was, and then he threatened to break up with me. It just didn't sit right with me. I really don't know what to say about this. This should just be something you discuss personally and privately, or go see a therapist, because what are people going to say online? Nobody has anything to say of what is appropriate or inappropriate in the situation unless it comes to the actual adults in this situation. Like, it is very wrong to yell at someone for 2 hours straight, but it is, not your obligation to be there for this child as well. And I think she should have taken that stance in that moment to kind of step away. Like I said, she's 18, not mature, not really developed in brain, so she thinks she has to take all this responsibility on her own, which she shouldn't. She's 18. She's going to college. She should be enjoying life and growing and learning things. So the allegations against Louis was found to be false. So this is all false. Bruh, this is so evil. The only one against him is in the crew is 407 because his wife still thinks he is guilty of it, so Scotty avoids playing with him. Yeah, I can understand why. Okay, this is just a false narrative someone created to smear campaign. That's it. I don't know, for example, I watched some silly Foxel on Twitch. Silly. What do you mean? I'm not that silly. There's a point in age where it is quite literally lethal. Whoa, what a hypocrite. Plus, if there was any evidence, it was taken out of context and edited to hell. Exaggerations very much happen in these types of situations. And also, don't forget, everyone's perspective is different. Sometimes people's perspective can be exaggerated because of how they hear, listen, and understand things differently than how the person might have said things. And that's what you have to also take into account. It can't be she said, he said kind of thing, or she said kind of thing, or he said kind of thing. In the end, you need to listen from both sides and then decide. Not just hearing one side. Because I'll be seeing so many of those types of things happen, and I'm just like, let me hear it from both. I'm not sure if it's true. Louis doesn't seem like they are the type to be that mad, right? That's what I thought too. That's why I was so confused. 407's wife is supposedly friends with this ex. Okay. Yep. It is there. Okay. It really puts him in a bind. It really does. Never been through that before. I guess I'm lucky. I just see it a lot on Twitter and other people. Just so many people that are like
and
that.
Didn't take proper responsibility for. When Cyan later tried to end the relationship after meeting someone else, she said Louis threatened
Alright, let's see the rest of this. Okay. Towards the end of our relationship, I started talking to someone else who actually treated me kindly and with respect. No, it wasn't Eugene, and I tried several times to end things with Louis, only for him to record our conversations and threaten me to end my career and life on social media because he would have his fans attack me for cheating on him, even though we never established a really exclusive relationship. Girl, you just talked about taking care of his kid. How serious does it get? Well, okay, so he should have said, oh, date me or whatever, or marry me, and then that's a exclusive relationship? I don't get it. This was right before TwitchCon, and I saw the guy I was seeing told Louis that I wanted to end things with him because I liked this other guy and not him anymore. That's such a hoppy way of doing things. He then threatened me saying how I couldn't leave, or else he was going to tell Keemstar. I don't think Louis would want to get the drama alert person into this. I cheated on him and they were going to ruin me. During this time, Bells was with me, and without her, I don't think I would have been able to leave. Louis fabricated calls with Keemstar and would call me playing a Keemstar video in the background and make it seem like they were talking about me. Louis also made fake DMs for the guy I liked, where the fake DMs said I was ugly, buck teeth, and I was a butterface. This scared me, and I would never smile. I was scared and didn't know what to do. I didn't want his fans attacking me for something I never did. I blocked him multiple times, only for him to find ways to contact me, threaten me to add him back. I did for a little. I just started ignoring everything, and he would say to me, I think he eventually got bored of me and moved on. I still have him blocked because of how much mental damage he gave me. I cried almost every single night thinking I was some kind of numb, ugly villain, but I realized I was the victim. Listen, don't let anyone tell you how you look. Honestly, if you feel like you get easily manipulated, easily feel like, oh, if someone says something negative about you, that you take it for face value, I don't think you should listen to people or take everything with a grain of salt. Let's be for real. Some people will be like, oh yeah, this person looks ugly, this person looks like this is that. Are you really gonna care or listen to those types of people? Like I said, she had plenty of time to just step away. If she really didn't like certain behavior, she really was saying all this, why did you stay for that long? I just don't get it. I really don't get it. And you're saying all this about yourself, then, like, you don't need to believe these things of what people say. Let's be for real. And now you see some of the holes in this story. Yes, I do. The contradictory points are obvious, very
ruin
much.
her reputation by accusing her of cheating, despite the fact that, according to Cyan, they had never clearly defined their relationship as exclusive. At the time, Cyan's allegations against Louis didn't gain much traction, largely because she didn't present concrete evidence to support her claims. The only confirmed detail from Cyan's account was that Louis was fully aware of who she was, as the two had interacted directly on Twitter.
Bro, if they ever interacted a few times, that doesn't mean everything. Really soon. Got time to talk? Yeesh.
Twitter. Louis chose not to respond, and the situation quietly faded from attention. That changed in May 2021 when Cyan compiled a Google Doc that included further testimonies from other women, reigniting interest in the story. In her follow-up document, Cyan alleged...
Okay, let's see what we gotta read now. I can't believe this is a whole thing, no. Okay. This is following up to my previous tweet regarding Louis. First things first, why am I making a new post if he never made a response to the previous one? The first reason is because of my conversation with the victims who have reached out to me. I have learned that Louis' friends have been encouraging him that this is no big deal and that he may even be potentially planning a big comeback to YouTube streaming/content. I have also been getting harassed in the past few months by some of his fans who claim that I'm making things up or doing this for some selfish motive. I want to make clear that the purpose of this post and my previous post is to show that Louis unequivocally does not belong in a space where he can prey on, manipulate, and abuse girls, both legal and underage. Where did the underage people come from? As he did to so many others, Louis seems to have zero remorse, guilt, or sense of wrongdoing. Thank you so much for the follow, clown negativity. How you doing? Welcome. Enjoy your lurk, by the way, and good luck on the studying. Not me, what the heck? Thus far, 8 girls have come to me in confidence with their own experience of how they were manipulated by him. 3 girls have expressed to me that they suffer suicidal thoughts, and most of them have told me that they have to go through therapy, process the trauma they experienced being with them. I have no doubt there are even more out there who have not spoken up.
In her follow-up document, Cyan alleged that in
this girl was 16 in 2015, and they were talking, and Louis was 32, which is just awful to think about. That is a 16-year-old age gap. She told me that he knew her age and continued to talk to her regardless.
2015, Louis
okay, but where is
engaged
the
in inappropriate
proof?
conversations with
Give
an
me the
anonymous
proof.
16-year-old while he was 31.
All the other people have been sending proof when it came to what was it, Minnie? With the text, with the information, where is it? I got banned for being miserable. It's okay. Sometimes people don't like, people who are sad and stuff like that, but it's okay. You don't gotta worry about that here. Okay, next one. Let's see. Correction 32.
She supported a claim with alleged
but that's what I
screenshots of
said.
Snapchat messages and a blurred image.
Yeah, but that's not really. Okay, let's see. Brown and looks red, purple, or pink in the sun. Haha. Still in bed. I want to kiss from you. Go. You go first. Really want to kiss your lips. Well, you're crazy. I am. Haha, bet you are. I am. Okay. The careful sleep.
And a blurred image of the girl's ID, displaying only the birth date. Cyan also referenced another.
Okay, let's see. Jane Doe #1 story and photo evidence. Jane Doe #1 started seeing Louis in 2016 and 2018 while Louis was seeing me. Sunny, he was still seeing her and a couple other girls, and none of the girls knew about each other until much later that Louis was seeing multiple girls at the same time. There were many toxic things going on in our relationship, but one very disturbing situation was the fact that Louis would send me other girls' nudes to trigger me or hurt me. He would do this anytime I did something he didn't like. Louis once sent me Sunny's nudes and has compared her to me. Let's not forget the revenge porn or sending other people's nudes without permission is illegal. He was very mentally abusive throughout the course of our relationship and traumatized me. I shared photos of one of many arguments, and you can see how emotionally abusive he is. In the screenshots is apparent how Louis would belittle me, call me names, starting to send me photos to hurt me and then block me, only then to unblock me later and try to act like nothing happened or scold me to learn a lesson from what happened. Here are a few screenshots of the conversation between us. If you also pay attention, you can see that I am being very calm while talking to him, but that still does not stop him from being mean to me. Also, I would like to note that I only took these screenshots because I was hanging out with my friend when he started sending these messages and I started crying. She told me that this was really fucked up and I should take screenshots.
Anonymous woman who described a similar toxic dynamic with Louis, backed by what were claimed to be hostile messages he sent.
No need to be miserable. It's your birthday. Put that frown upside down. Not lying the fuck up. I hate seeing you type after I talk. I fucking hate it because it's either stupid or fucking retarded. This has just today gone long enough. Fuck you. Not lying. You just like to get mad at me. 3 hours. You want more of my time? Yeah, fuck you. Go to hell, bitch. I like to get mad at you. Yeah, go fuck it. There's so many. Go fuck yourself. I was with my daughter. You fucking asshole. I totally want to spend that time doing this shit. Go eat a fucking dick.
Sent her. Multiple additional
This isn't giving any context, by the way. Very vague statement that you went and applied to yourself, then continue to be mad, not my problem. Bye. I'm just mad at that you said, Lily, come on, please don't do this. Thank you. Kilobyte Slurry, I had just turned 19 and he was 31. He saw me at the event and looked into my friend's Twitter, and I was with to find me and tweeted me publicly instead of coming up to me. Louis persistently came onto me, and I would even block him, and he would get my friends or his followers to get me to unblock him. He would say I need to move to San Diego and I should go to school there, and he would talk out this future with him. I always had issues with things that he did or ways he behaved, but Louis' entire being is manipulation. I was already in a bad place at the time I met him. During our first phone call, he told me he loves broken girls. I wish I was wiser back then, but that's why he goes for young girurs.
Were mentioned, each recounting comparable
This is the same as like a celebrity only wanting young girls. Oh my goodness, Louis broke me. October 14th, 2019. I got at again by him. This time he asked for my Snapchat, which I gave to him right away. He added me and I added him back. This is where I began. We messaged all day and most of the night every single day. We talked about each other's days and he wanted to get to know me, see how I looked like, what I do for a living, etc. Basically a test to see if I was going to be his next victim. A week passed and I gave him my number that came with rules which were I had to answer right away or else he blocks me. I can't ask him to call me back.
However, despite the severity of the claims, the screenshots and materials Cyan included in her
And Randall said that this was her last conversation with Louis. She said that Louis had taken screenshots of everything she had ever sent her and then blocked her. She had said that Louis would do awful things to her and then call her to make sure she was crying. Oh no, don't start now. I'd rather it be in person, but that most likely won't happen. I'm kidding, you should have seen your face. Look at you, all scared. My face? I didn't make a face. Fine, be boring. Haha. I'm leaving due to boredom. I'm kidding, lol.
her Google Doc lacked sufficient verification to
Yeah, this seems like it could be fabricated. Let's be for real. Ending statement. In short, Louis has a consistent record of using his fame and following to lure young, vulnerable fans into relationships with him. He treats these girls like complete garbage, even going so far to share their nude photos, some of which are underage without consent. Truly disgusting behavior. I hope that with all that audio, video, and picture evidence that I've left no room for doubt, he is an awful manipulative person who shows no remorse and will continue to cause hurt to those he pretends to care for. I sincerely hope that Louis doesn't get the chance to hurt anyone else. To all the other girls who have been through it too, me and everyone else who worked on this, post on here for you if you need someone to talk to. Previously shared references, tweets, statements from the friends and witnesses, Louis' toxic behaviors, the behavior towards me and the other girl's story, Louis harassing me on Twitter. I went to... Yeah, you're good. Swiss
conclusively
cheese.
support the allegations. Louis eventually issued a response claiming that the breakup was triggered by Cyan allegedly...
The reason we broke up in the first place was because she got caught talking and meeting up with other guys. Basically cheating, which she talked about. I understand you want to stand up for her, but you should wait to see everything first. I'll handle things accordingly. Their accusations aren't hers.
being caught talking to and meeting up with other guys. He went on to deny the allegations and assert that both Cyan and another individual...
These girls ain't loyal. That's what I'm saying. I already said their allegations aren't yours, and you, honey, Sarah, are the ones responsible for sharing these false allegations and narratives. You keep talking about others and not yourselves. I'm here if you guys had problems with me, and you could have come to me. Yeah.
Honey Sarah were responsible for sharing false allegations.
Be a grown adult and talk instead of putting this out. Because if you really had a problem, you would have actually talked to the person about this rather than turning it into a whole social media Google Docy.
Allegations and narratives. While Cyan didn't provide definitive evidence to substantiate her claims,
Oh my
Louis
God.
also never addressed the allegations with a thorough, detailed explanation. He merely dismissed them as false in brief statements on Twitter. In January 2023, Louis made a quiet return to his YouTube channel, not through traditional uploads, but by live streaming gameplay, primarily solo sessions. He's maintained this streaming format consistently over the past couple of years. At one point during a live stream, a viewer left a comment accusing him of being an abuser in light of the previous allegations, something Louis responded to.
How about you actually talk about her, your innocence, or run away again? I never ran away, you piece of shit.
Yeah, if he's still streaming.
Unless I was a psychic and you thought, but how about this? Look at. You can deem me whatever the you want me to be, okay? My life won't change for what the you think I am. But I'll tell you this, my personal life is none of your business. Tell me about your exes. Tell me about your relationship. Tell me about the problems you have. You don't need to tell me shit, right? Same thing. You were in my
Yeah, nobody's perfect in a relationship. And the fact that it's publicized because you have a big name and big platform, it just makes it blow up more proportionally. That's why celebrities can't even keep a private life when it's like any other relationship. Some relationships just get really rocky and really bad, and others turn out really fine and perfect. Some people are just really good, and some people aren't, and some people need therapy and work through things.
relationship. So don't come in my chat acting like you're some authoritarian figure that I
Yeah,
need to report
exactly.
to. Stupid shit.
On April 1st, Louis returned to his channel with his first video in nearly 9 years, a reflective video discussing how much the world had changed during his long hiatus.
Man, I can't imagine how long his hiatus was. What matters is who you mesh with. Exactly.
Despite the time away and lingering questions surrounding past allegations, Louis continues to collaborate with the Vanoss crew, but that wasn't the final chapter in the group's controversies. Another wave of allegations surfaced, this time involving H2O Delirious. What made it especially notable was that the accusations came from a gaming YouTuber named Omrecker, who in fact was a former member of the Vanoss crew, marking a new and unexpected turn in the ongoing drama.
Yeah, but Omrecker, I just gotta say this, hasn't Omrecker done this before with other people and other creators? This is the Omrecker one.
Schoko launched his YouTube channel in July 2006, consistently uploading gaming content over the following years. In 2012, he committed to YouTube full-time. Throughout his career, he collaborated with numerous prominent gaming YouTubers, including Jacksepticeye and Markiplier. His channel saw a significant
Jacksepticeye and Markiplier, they played games together, and that's where he put the allegations against Markiplier, which I was like, hey, yo, I had found out about this also recently when I saw like a comment and people talking about him. And I was like, damn, this guy's just prolific at like doing this stuff and smearing people in the face like this, putting their names in the mud. Also, Cinnamon Toast Ken. Aw, man. Literally all the wholesome chill people. He collabed with a lot of people and all of them disliked him. That's how you know your behavior is bad. That's why people don't like you. If they all try to collab with you and they didn't like you, that's on you. That's your own personality. That is not even the other people's fault. That is you. There's a reason people avoid him like the plague. I can understand why. Hi, Tasty. How you doing? Welcome. Hi, Tasty-san.
surge in popularity after PewDiePie gave him a shout out, which helped elevate his visibility and grow his subscriber base.
First shout out Omrecker. Really cool guy. I actually spoke to him a little bit. Super nice.
Omrecker began
Wait, what did it say below? All channel links in the description.
Nice.
Okay.
Omrecker began regularly appearing in Vanoss crew videos around 2015, collaborating with various members over the span of several years. At first, he seemed to share a solid friendship with the group and actively featured in multiple videos. However, much like the disappearance of Minilad, fans eventually noticed Ohm's absence from newer content. It wasn't until someone brought up the topic during a Terrorizer livestream where he explained what happened.
He went off on Twitter. He's throwing my name around saying, here's the thing.
Terrorists here too.
Did that was just like to the point where I was like, right, okay, man. He started saying with the whole Craig thing. He started saying like he didn't at me because he's blocked me on Twitter. He was insinuating that I must have had no knowledge of the things that are happening with Craig. That surely Brian knew about it. Like what the f?
Yeah, that was the past
Slanderous
conversation.
thing to say on the internet. So no, I wouldn't be expecting me and him to be playing. He fell out with like everyone in the group.
The tweet Brian was referring to was Ohm tweeting, "These guys will come at me like this on my birthday. Even Terrorizer sitting there talking shit about the Pope for not addressing abuses in the church, but they won't say a word about Louis or Minnie's accusations. Nope, still have them adminned on the Discord and everything."
Well, even though they can obviously say you blocked, no. I have been a bad Ryan Toy. How you doing? Welcome. Ryan does not care for drama. He just airs it out. He does. I appreciate that. Straight up just saying, I don't know, man. He just blocked me out of nowhere, and this person's behaving weirdly on this part. I don't know. I'm not talking to these people no more because I don't want to deal with that stuff. Yeah, literally on point. Man, Terrasser be the sounding board for the crew notifications.
Showing Brian clearly misread the tweet, as at no point did Ohm suggest that Brian had prior knowledge of Minilad's actions before they became public. Interestingly, Brian stated that Ohm had fallen out with everyone in the group, though to this day, the exact details of what unfolded behind the scenes remain unclear. Ohmrecker's relationship with the Vanoss crew continued to deteriorate over time. In May 2021, Keemstar interviewed Ohm in a Drama Alert video where Ohm made serious allegations that members of the Vanoss crew had allegedly shared explicit images from fans within a private group chat.
So are you saying that, like,
Oh my
These guys
goodness.
are all in a group chat. They get notes from fans or whatever, and they exchange them with each other.
It's like I could never watch this guy.
I've heard things over the years where they seem to have had some sort of knowledge of, essentially like Delirious, like the types of girls that reach out to him and like the types of like he might get something, but it seemed like a joke at the time. But hearing this come from Louis in his own words to what I understand was, somebody that he trusted.
Yeah, all I would do was just pull from like our Discord or our group Skype and stuff like that, and just download whatever like they would post. I was joking because I told you once, I was like, my friends all get the better girls, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, theirs are so much better and stuff like that. And that's when I started showing you. Oh, look at, like, I wish I got these. Like, I wish I got their. Like, look at this. They're so artistic and blah, blah, blah. I wish in general I got news sent to me, like, of people being this dedicated and devoted, like, to Delirious and all them.
Okay, yeah. So, the issue with this audio
It's
is
taking
we
out
don't
of
really know the
context.
context.
Yep.
Like, all this stuff has been kind of cut up.
The second major allegation brought forward claimed that in 2013, H2O Delirious was allegedly set up in an explicit call with a minor by basically I Do Work. Supporting this claim, Omrecker pointed to resurfaced tweets from Wildcat who had publicly discussed the incident at the time.
Ultimately, basically I Do Work and a guy named Executioner collaborated with a girl named Briellen, and she's 17 years old. They wanted her to record what went down with Delirious, how things went. But there was this big blow up in 2013 where Delirious was upset he got recorded, and you've got Wildcat saying, yeah, he's off with a minor. Several times they mentioned that she's a minor.
After the Dramala episode was released, members of the Vanoss crew publicly denied the accusation.
I know people are tired of everything going on, but there's one thing I want to say for now. I've never been a part of or known of a group chat involving the things that have been described, and it is horrible that someone would say something like that to further their own agenda. Exactly. Brought coming into light with this, just calling it out as the scene.
In a group chat. Louis
Oh my
clarified
goodness.
that the comments attributed to him in the recordings were inaccurate. However, one claim was confirmed. Delirious openly admitted on Twitter that the incident involving basically I Do Work setting him up in a call was indeed true. 9 years ago, two people thought it would be funny to do something really messed up as a form of hazing me. It's no secret I was easily excited and very crude when I was in my early 20s. Someone I had played with a few times prior on Xbox messaged me saying they were only wearing a towel. This caught my attention and interest. She invited me to a voice call, and this led to the equivalent of phone sex. At the time, I did not know her or anything about her. I was just excited a woman was coming onto me out of nowhere. This was before any of us were big on YouTube. I was dumb. A week or so later, I started hearing from the group about an audio recording of me with her. I was shocked, felt violated, betrayed, and to this day I can't bring myself to fully forgive them for this. It came to light that the two got the lady to message me coming onto me and saying those things just to record it. She was on a call with them the whole time, and they recorded it and shared it.
Oh,
I'm so
no.
embarrassed and ashamed still. I
That's so
to this
messed
day
up.
don't know if this part is true, but while I was being taunted for it, they also said the woman wasn't a woman at all yet and was only 17. In response to Delirious' Twitlonger, basically...
Wait, let me see the rest of that. Hi, Chrono. Okay, I don't know if she was or if it was just said to make me feel worse. I was furious with everyone involved but at the advice of others in the group, it was best that we all cut the crap, move on, and let it go. Now it's being brought back to light, and I hate to have to talk about it. I don't want to name who. They will know who they are. It sucks. As one address said, it's been completely misrepresented. It's something I have for many years been embarrassed about and destroyed my trust for years. I never wanted to talk about it. Forced to.
In response to Delirious' Twitlonger, basically I Do Work acknowledged that he was indeed involved in the incident.
Oh, Marcel actually came up for it. It was me. It was shitty. It was a shitty thing to do. I've apologized to Delirious dozens of times over the years. I don't blame him for not forgiving me. The entire plan started and stopped at get on to turn on his webcam and do a face reveal. I mean, I doubt Delirious would actually do it. Yeah, Marcel came out and admitted. Yeah, okay. Should apologize, but yeah, it's a breach of trust right there. Oh, that sounds delicious though. I hope you're enjoying it.
Following that, Delirious shared Discord messages.
Oh my god, I just asked you many times over the years to never talk about that because it's over with. Either delete it or I'm leaving this call. I trusted you, Come on. You are asking me to delete a piece of evidence that shows Marcel is toxic and a bully, which I need now more than ever, as they lie and drag my name. Do you see me lying in the tweets? It does. I am bullied by the same person as you were. Oh my goodness. What do you mean? Is it because of the allegations that they started dragging you down because they knew your behavior was wrong and toxic? The behavior that they have been pointing out, they hash it out more since, but as you know, betrayal like that goes deep. It does.
Revealing Ohm expressing his frustration in
Excuse
private,
me.
accusing Marcel and the rest of the group of being too toxic to play with.
Wow.
Tensions that may have played a role in Ohm's decision.
Can't even handle that. Okay, then. I think they're making it. Homewrecker is definitely making it a big problem than it should be. Says that, then tries to drag Delirious for real. The worst part is Delirious and Cartoons defended Ohm for a long time. Yeah. Actually got his back. I was not Smitty. I'm not arguing about this. I was in the group. Vanoss even told me himself that Dave Marcel screamed at me when I was not part of the group. Okay, this is...
played a role in Ohm's decision to distance himself from the crew. Ohmwrecker next went on to allege that Ashore Delirious had engaged in inappropriate messaging with minors in the past. 2 months after the drama, Ohmwrecker released 2 interviews featuring 2 alleged victims. Prior to their release, Ohm explained that the 2-month delay stemmed from receiving a cease and desist letter from Delirious, which complicated his ability to share content publicly at the time.
About a month ago to the day, I received a cease and desist from Jonathan, aka H.O. Delirious, and it was from an attorney.
The first interview Ohmwrecker released featured an anonymous individual referred to as Sai.
H2 Delirious allegations Sai interview. Okay, oh my goodness, that is just a way to get clicks. Yeah. Just locks him as well. Yeah, that's bad.
She alleged that back in 2013, while she was a minor, she frequently played games with members of the group and engaged in phone sex with Delirious. According to Sai, she had previously tried to confront Delirious about the situation via email after Ohm's appearance on Drama Alert.
Were you of age? Were you over 18 years old?
No.
And what was your
I was chill. It's like you want everyone to know you beat off to Skype calls.
relationship with Delirious at that time?
You know, we would do things over Skype.
Do things
We
like
would-
like play video games or like what sort of?
Like phones.
How you doing, Kira? Welcome. Thank you so much for hydrate. Yeah, it's another smear campaign, I see. This is all bullshit, yeah. This is why Homewrecker conducted the interview. Let the police handle that. For real. Holy man.
Did you attempt
Is it about
to
the
confront
Homewrecker stuff? I
Delirious
get
or
it.
anything like
I'd be
that?
mad
I
too.
sent him an email, like the email, hoping to even just get a sorry.
Did you ask anybody else to
Come
help
on.
with an apology?
I asked Marcel to contact him, and he did, as far as I'm aware.
Delirious responded to Sai's allegations in a tweet longer stating, "As lies are hard to keep track of, the truth is not. I have played a few games with her with others. There has never been any personal intimate interaction between her and I. We were never close. She is a known liar associated with
No liar and part of a doxing
a
group.
doxing group and mentally
Bruh.
ill. I hope she gets the help she needs." The second interview
Yeah. And she's part of that. I'd avoid her like a plague and just want both and her leave me alone. There's no truth to these claims. It's just another way to fabricate false claims. Hi. I'm going to be heading out now. Later. Take care, Jaden. Yeah, definitely manipulated
second
it.
interview Ohmwrecker uploaded featured another anonymous individual referred to as Sarah. Sarah claimed that during 2015,
Another
when she was
one.
a minor, she was an active fan of Delirious, often engaging with him on Twitter. According to her, they eventually began communicating
Hi,
privately,
Siki Family.
during
How
which
you
she
doing?
alleged that explicit
Welcome.
images were exchanged. Over time, the relationship ended, with Sarah later expressing that she felt used.
I was actually a big fan of his.
So Homewrecker knew before posting a video.
I tweeted
Bruh.
at him, you know.
Wasn't
I
he a
have
part of
his
the whole
merch
situation and
I'd
everything that
reply to all
happened for
his tweets
that?
about his videos and stuff. He followed me one day. I messaged him just saying hi, you know, things got very quickly. Like
They're not
he
giving
kind of
any
didn't
proof.
hesitate, just kind of straight away was flirting. But like, you know, eventually I kind of started realizing, you know, everything is cool. He only talks
It's all the controversies, Leslie.
these
Thank you so
pictures
much for
and
that, Pat.
videos and stuff. And I messaged him one day on Twitter and just said, look, I'm not
I want her
doing
to
this
try
anymore. It's
and
not cool. Like,
retell
you're
the
clearly
same
just
story
using me.
again.
The final and most serious allegation
With the
Sarah...
same exact words and everything else she talked about. I want to hear her redo that whole conversation again. And we want to see the discrepancies and changes in how she describes the situation and how it happened and how they actually met. Because every single time those types of people who lie, they will always change your story. People really thought just words would lead to someone getting canceled. Yeah, that's insane. That's why, you know, you have the support and you have the trust of people. And if people trust you enough, they're going to understand people's words should not affect the situation unless the actual definitive proof. Hi, Devastator. How you doing? Welcome. Good morning. The way she pauses and goes, that just makes her feel like she's thinking of it. She goes, yeah. Look back, those interviews sound like they're reading off a script. Yeah. Just wanted to destroy Delirious' career. Why? What does he benefit from this?
Threatened her child after she publicly referred to him as a nonce in a tweet.
So I tweeted out pure anger saying, you know...
Just because your girlfriend is pregnant now doesn't erase the fact that you're nonce, though, does it?
Just because your girlfriend's pregnant.
Leave his girl.
You're not a nonce, you know? Like,
leave his girl alone.
I got a DM from a page that was... It came through as like a message request, almost instantly making threat about my daughter. But they were sending emojis.
And that's how you know he wasn't a good friend to begin with, because why would he care so much about his friends being more popular than him? He could have just been like, yeah, good friends, I'm so happy for you, I'm so proud. Instead of, oh, I gotta destroy them because they're bigger than me, and I'm jealous of that. What is that? That's not, that person on record was not a good friend. No, not even a true friend. You always will back up your friends. You'll always cheer on for your friends' success, downfalls, well, not downfalls, but like downs and ups in life. He hated them, yeah. Almost jealous of people who are more popular than them. I can see. Baby name / boyfriend name. Everyone, what? Elaborate? Oma had a massive ego and probably got hurt in the back and maybe where Delirious would no longer back him up, because he did not want him bringing up something hurtful. Yeah, envy is a bad time, yeah. Also, Delirious was married during all of this controversy. So they're trying to fabricate even more. Even though it was all fake, it put a strain on the relationship, and unfortunately, because of all the stress, they had a child together, and they were scared for a bit. Unfortunately, the marriage ended, but they still talk. Aww. See, I'm sick and tired of people who ruin other people's relationships just for their own benefit. They could have been happy. Instead, they brought all these allegations and ruined
guns
it.
And a car and saying my daughter's name and saying that she is gone. You know, it didn't bother me, the emojis, to begin with, but then when they start saying my daughter is gone.
Stop trolling and hiding behind a fake page, you absolute freak. Baby name what? Is gone. What are you trying to get at? Do you have fun with family member?
I was kind of like, okay, you know, this is weird. I was like, what do you mean?
Definitely became a
In October,
homewrecker.
several months after the interviews were released,
It's in the
Keemstar aired
name.
a third video on H2O Delirious.
Oh
Around
my
the time,
goodness.
Delirious' Twitter account was suspended, though the exact reason for the ban wasn't publicly confirmed. Keemstar reported that multiple alternate accounts used to threaten Sarah, one of the alleged victims, were also banned simultaneously. This led to speculation that Delirious had been operating those accounts, as Twitter's policy often results in the removal of all associated alt accounts when a primary account is terminated.
Now, those accounts that were harassing his alleged victims on Twitter also got banned around the same time. So, people are suggesting...
Oh yeah, for real. Delirious still kept his identity hidden, which I respect, because not everybody has to put their face out there,
that
damn.
H2O Delirious himself was, in fact, on alt accounts and other accounts harassing these alleged victims.
During this period, Delirious was in a relationship with influencer Liz Katz, who
Oh,
later
this was
spoke
his
out
girl,
about the circumstances
where they
surrounding
were,
his Twitter
well,
suspension
where they had a
in a
kid.
now deleted video.
I can
Liz claimed
understand.
the actual reason for the ban was Delirious' use of alt accounts, which he used to spread allegations about Omrecker.
Well, Delirious made a couple of fake accounts, all made during that time, by the way.
Wait, were they not together? Is this not the one that had a kid with them? Because why would she say this? To point out all of Omrecker's past bad behavior, no matter how small. Oh, she's pointing out Omrecker. Okay, never mind. And argue with all the other accounts which have been harassing and spreading these false allegations about Helen Delirious for months. Okay, she's just calling him out. Okay. So is she OnlyFans? No, thanks for letting me know. I might look her up. No, she's calling out Delirious. What? For what, though? So Drama Alert was and is like BTW, or trying to.
These accounts, though, had one goal. It was to try to share the allegations and information he had found and seen against Omrecker.
Liz Katz also found the real Twitter account of Sarah, whose actual name was Amy, addressing the claim that Delirious had threatened Amy's child. Liz claimed that the accusations were false. Instead, she pointed to Amy's ex-boyfriend as the likely source, backing her stance with tweets from Amy's account that described her ex as psychotic.
Her eldest child is from another father. And this other father, according to her, is an abusive, manipulative person, that he's this terrible person that sends her threats, that he tries to reach out through fake accounts, and these are all her claims against her ex.
2 days after Liz Katz released her video, Amy posted a response on her own channel. In it, she displayed her ID to confirm that she was indeed a minor in 2015. She also refuted Liz's suggestion that the threat against her child came from her ex-partner, standing by her original allegation instead.
I was born in 1998, which means I am 23 right now. Liz claims that this account could possibly be my ex. It's clear I do not like that man. So if I thought for 1 minute that it was him threatening my daughter, I would speak up on it. I would be like, oh, there's a chance that it could be him.
With Amy having stepped forward publicly, there was a growing pressure from the community for her to provide proof backing her allegations against Delirious. She addressed this in her video, explaining that the evidence had already been submitted to law enforcement and was therefore not available for public release.
My evidence is with the authorities. It's not for Twitter to see. Twitter are not the police. These are serious allegations.
As mentioned earlier, Delirious had sent Omrecker a cease and desist prior to the release of the interviews, but things escalated quickly after that. Delirious proceeded to file a lawsuit against Ohm, who in turn launched a countersuit. What followed was an extended legal standoff that spanned almost 3 years.
Yeah, Delirious definitely did not stay low. Delirious was full on, oh, I'm seeing red. I will too.
Throughout this period,
people
one
slandering
smaller
me.
YouTuber named TJV stood out for his consistent coverage. He closely tracked the unfolding drama and regularly shared updates on the legal documents, offering detailed breakdowns of the feud between Ohm and Delirious. In the legal battle that followed, H2O Delirious filed a lawsuit against Omrecker citing multiple claims: defamation, emotional distress, tortious interference, false light, and injunctive relief. Delirious's lawsuit focused on the allegations Ohm publicly made against him. Omrecker launched his own lawsuit against Delirious, accusing him of defamation, emotional distress, and interference with economic advantage, essentially suing Delirious for using alt Twitter accounts to spread allegations about him. Rewinding to September 2021, several commentary YouTubers received emails from an account that went by the name Susan Storm. The email contained unsubstantiated claims against Omrecker, attempting to persuade YouTubers to make videos on the subject despite the lack of credible evidence.
But I've been talking about Omrecker for a little while, and I got sent an email with a bunch of information about Ohm is bad, yada yada yada, with no actual proof to all the claims that is said in the email. This email is from somebody by the name of SusanStorm445@yahoo.com, and I'm fine sharing it because not only did I get it and this person got it, several other people got it as well.
The reason this detail matters is because in February 2023, court documents revealed that Delirious had admitted to creating the Susan Storm account. In October 2023, Delirious dropped his lawsuit against Omrecker, mentioning economic economic strategic reasons as one factor. Delirious also expressed concern that the line of questioning pursued by Ohm's legal team had invaded his privacy. Significant developments surfaced from the lawsuit in December 2023.
Because they're trying to see who
One of
he
them being the
is.
court documents revealed that one of the alleged victims, Amy, had apparently reported Delirious to law enforcement.
And one of the key things in all of this is an affidavit from one of the alleged victims. And if you don't know what an affidavit is, it's pretty much a written statement that's under oath that can be used as evidence from either side. In the affidavit, we end up seeing the censored ID, which some people might say, oh, the censored ID, it must be fake. This is to protect the alleged victim. She also talks about how old she was, 16 to 17 years old when the sexual conversations took place. And it shows that the victim did make a report on H2O Delirious for his behavior as well.
Another revelation from the proceedings was that Delirious was questioned about the specific alt Twitter accounts he had created.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Delirious admitted to all of these. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he admitted to 1 through 4, but he did not want to admit or deny this account. Admit that you created or at some point controlled the Twitter account Harpy Ray, which is the Ray Harpy account, which is the account that threatened the child, that sent the emoji. Delirious refuses to admit or deny it. Admit that in May of 2021, you received the email below, which purported to be blank from email account blank09 at Hotmail. So,
Man,
what
it's
this
so
is
weird. It's so weird seeing court and law stuff relate or pertain to social media and messages. It's so weird to see.
Doesn't want to admit or deny this. And again, another point that they bring up is that this stuff isn't relevant at all. We're not going to answer this because this isn't relevant.
April 2024, the civil case between Delirious and Ohmwrecker finally concluded, with both YouTubers posting this statement on their social media. I am writing to inform my fans and the gaming community that Ohmwrecker and I have settled the litigation between us. The terms of the settlement are confidential, and we have agreed that neither of us will comment or post about the dispute. We ask our fans to respect our privacy and help us move forward. This left many wondering who overall was truly guilty. Was Ohmwrecker fabricating claims to tarnish Delirious' reputation, or was Delirious the very person Ohm sought out to expose? In the end, no definitive verdict emerged as the case was settled, offering no resolution to the questions that lingered. After nearly 3 years of legal conflict, the lawsuit concluded, and with it the remnants of a former friendship. As of 2025, both Delirious and Ohm have shifted their focus back to producing content and continuing with their channels. With the drama now behind them, let's shift the attention back to the Vanoss crew and their individual journeys as of
let's see the rest of this.
Vanoss himself has leaned further into music production, pursuing new creative avenues beyond traditional YouTube content. Nogla got married, welcomed a daughter, and launched a second channel alongside Terrorizer. Moose Knuckle had also
this is where they did their reaction stuff. Well, they started that long ago. Yeah, they're both married. They both have wonderful wives.
Moose Knuckle had also embraced family life, stepping away from full-time YouTube
Nice,
to focus on another job. Meanwhile,
Always happy to
Wildcat and
see ya.
Basically I Do Work teamed up with Vanoss and Terrorizer to bring an animated series, Alpha Betas, to life. Louis continues to stream actively on YouTube, maintaining his connection with fans through gameplay and commentary, though Vanoss' channel hasn't seen significant subscriber growth, moving from 25 million in 2020 to 26
Pasta.
million.
Why haven't they talked about how Pasta joined in? What the heck? They talked about everybody
In
else.
2025, his creative shift toward music has showcased a broader evolution. Collectively, the crew remains active and innovative, adapting to changing times while continuing to produce content. Their legacy goes far beyond metrics. The Vanoss crew left a lasting mark on YouTube history and shaped the childhoods of millions. Even if their peak was a decade ago, they remain beloved fixtures on the platform, iconic, enduring, and undeniably part of YouTube royalty.
Hey guys, it's Cluster. If you made it to the end
That
of
was
the video,
nice.
thank you very much for watching. As you can see, I've started to make longer documentary type videos on my channel now.
Amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed the video as much as I did. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And we'll see each other next time. Bye-bye.